Yes, we do have audio. Hello, Internet. I'm Greg, and this is Cody. Cody is an assistant manager at the Sorting Board, our local gaming store, and today we're going to unbox a crap ton of I'm going to say Bloomburrow once in a while.
Yeah.
Bloomburrow, the newest set. So what do you know about this set, Cody? Tell us about this set.
This set's a very whimsical, very critter themed. So if you have seen things like Red Wall or stuff like that, you would have some correlations to like what the set could be around. So a lot of small woodland creatures, so like squirrels, otters.
The woodland creatures that you see in the Disney movies that are all fun and exciting and happy and
Yeah, but they definitely delve deep into like how creatures are the most prominent thing in this world, and so there's a lot of cool new mechanics, some new fish tokens and stuff like that. So there's a lot of fun, interesting things in the set.
And they're all like cutesy animals, right? There are no like I mean an otter is technically a predator, but like there's no predators, right? There's no cats, there's no dogs, there's no like.
There is some. They're just there's these creatures that go around like the wilderness or around the edging of the surrounding plain, and they're giant creatures. So like one's like a giant flaming wildcat thing. So. But there's some, but they're very, very sparse.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's focused on frogs, so a lot of frogs, a lot of mice, a lot of cutesy animals.
Yeah. Well, there's also like there's two factions. So the otters, rabbits, otter, rabbits, lizards, and frogs. They're one side. They're very like the good side of people. And then there's the bad side, which could be the bats, squirrels, rats.
But bats are just mice with wings.
I know, yeah. So there's two things. You're going to see a lot of creature types in certain colors and some more in other colors. But yeah, if you've had any fondness for like rat decks or squirrel decks, there's a lot of cards in this, and especially like lizards. There's a lot of lizards in here too.
We are technically a tavern at the Sorting Board, local game store in Ucala, California, and. Just for posterity's sake, these are the store's copies of the collector boosters and the bundle, which we're going to unbox. Cody thought it would be smart, probably a good idea, just to do the collector boxes, because those are the bigger hits, than do 36 play boosters.
Yeah. The good part, like these will have a lot of the commons you're going to be seeing. And they also have a new product. Unfortunately, we didn't get any. It's a new value booster packs, which are primarily commons and commons with a chance of a rare.
The gambling is real for those.
Yeah, so there's a lot of products. So outside of this, luckily the bundle we'll be opening will have 9 play boosters, and then a promo and some additional things in there. But the high-end cards, we're looking for like the textured foil cards in here.
Do they have serialized cards in this set?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so. It varies from set to set if they have whatever specialty thing they're doing. I think textured foils, raised foils in this, it could be the new one, or the main focus on the hits.
No, I know the Japanese printings of this got exclusive variant art. So those, I mean, like the Japanese boxes have got to be going 3 times what the American boxes are for that reason.
I know that'll be the third time they've done this. The first one was
well, I mean, like it's supposed to be something special for that region. I totally get it, but out here you kind of feel left out.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a lot of things like, I mean, the One Ring was only printed in American printed product, so I don't think you could have got it in any other country.
Wow.
That's why it was like pulled in New York. But there's a lot of cool things, and it's awesome seeing also crossovers with like different Japanese artists. I know they've got big ones like the author and writer of Fist of North Star. They got people that did the Symphony of the Night cover for Castlevania. They've also got the person that did most of the Metal Gear Solid covers and like a very watercolory stuff. So there's nice seeing the crossover between like Japanese culture and aesthetics over in American cards. So it's really fun. I think that's a good part about Magic. And they're going to see a lot of cool art in this set. A lot of colors.
Nice. I do like color. Well, we'll get started. Let's go switch the camera here for you guys. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I lit it up perfectly. So Cody's going to run this because they are his cards. Besides, I enjoy you moving the left and right pile.
Oh, yeah. I guess this would be very straightforward for me.
I'm going to get a drink real fast. Would you like anything?
Just a water would be fine.
Water. Okay. Go ahead and start.
Yeah, so we got Bloomburrow. It's going to be a really fun set. probably just going to break up the collector boosters. Probably going to open the bundle in the middle of it and show off what that has inside of it. There's also going to be pre-release kits that if you go to your local game store starting this Friday. If your local game store is hosting events, then you should be able to participate. And then the store championship for this set is pretty fun, especially if you're like a modern player or even commander player. Urza Saga, they're making a borderless textless one, or the textless one. That one's gonna be really cool. You got these packs.
I can always help it. Yeah, I can do this here. Don't have autofocus, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. I'm trying the camera a little closer today,
Oh yeah,
so you can see the cards a little bit better.
yeah, that works. But yeah,
Let me do this over here.
yeah.
Let's see it again. You get creative.
Yeah.
I'm creative. There we go.
Yeah.
I went to art school.
All right, so let's see how these packs are done.
Oh yeah, the fun fact: if they're all done in order, or we spoiled everything.
So I think it's in reverse order. It's a Japanese pack, I believe. So nesting around. So we got a mouse soldier. So these are so mice, otters, frogs, and rabbits are going to be the cards you're looking for, or the creatures that are going to be associated with like the good side. So you can see mice a lot in white. See if there's any special abilities on this.
Is that just I don't see a rarity. Oh yeah, I do. I looked at the Locana rarity.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, wait, where's the
What's
rarity?
bottom? Let's see. So whenever it becomes target of spell ability, creature control, the first time he gets +2 defense. So it's pretty simple, and then you get sacrificed to destroy an artifact or enchantment. It's pretty good. Again, you're gonna see a lot of these cards can be pretty good for limited play, but it's be really nice.
I mean, artifact enchantment's always great because there's not a lot of stuff. Well, it is white though. There's stuff that white that destroys that. So
you have a rat, so you can assume that it's probably more of on the darker side of things. But this one has the threshold mechanic brought back. Thresholds, as long as you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you could activate the ability. This one's pretty simple. Just put 1 more counter on it and draw a card. So as long as you have 7 cards in graveyard, this card could be very explosive late game. Again, very good like limited event thing.
let me see if I can get the light a little bit better because they are foil, so they're having a little bit of a trouble.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there we go. We're gonna have a little bit of a blowout there. Actually, hold on, we can fix that. No, this way.
Yeah.
Haha.
Okay. So bat clerics again, more going to be in the negatives, the scarier people.
The black mana, yeah.
At the beginning of your upkeep, if you gained or lost life, Surveil 1. Surveil is pretty good. It's been making a lot of play. We've got Evergreen not that long ago, so pretty cool. Banshee Light, this is a reprint from older sets, but with a cool new art. There's going to see a lot of cards where like it would be usually mostly Magic. You'll find like this is like kind of more of like your standard Magic card. Like it's a green card, so you can see an abundant color of green. But there's some breakup in it that kind of makes it more visually appealing. Gains it gets +1/+1 to end a turn. So for
No, we're okay. We just get it for a split second.
oh, okay.
Someone started torrenting on your Wi-Fi.
No, I can't. yeah, but so the new expend mechanic's pretty fun one. It lets you be kind of wise with how you play your cards. So you got first on common.
Well, yeah, the art's really cutesy though. Super cute.
Yeah. So this one gets +1 for each rat you control. So there's like a very kindred rat card. It also has threshold whenever you control 1 more rats or attack with more rats. If you have threshold, you may pay 2 in black. If you do, return this from your graveyard back to the battlefield. So it has a recurrent thing. So it's pretty neat seeing these cards, especially if you try to build like a very themed deck. And there's a lot of cool creature types too that are either getting good support or first time getting support. And kind of like they've done before with certain like mechanics, with like having these X creature types being a theme or a party. There's gonna be some cards in here.
A party. It's a mouse party.
Yeah, party is a mechanic that already exists in this game, which cares for certain creature types. So it's very similar to that. So whenever mentor or another creature you control with flying enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control without flying.
Oh
That's
wow,
cool.
Vigilance and Reach.
Yeah, those cards, I think that's a reprint. If not, it's a very similar card. I think we should be getting
Can
closer.
these attach to your commander?
Yeah, anything. So equipment's likely artifact equipment's as soon as you play them on the field. I know as of recently, been adding more cards. So when an artifact enters, they come equipped to a creature. That was very popular, like the Assassin's Creed set. But cards like that, as soon as they sit on the field, you can then pay to equip it. And usually, if you're doing a lot of equipment stuff, you have ways to either reduce it or make it free. So you're
Right.
just doing a lot of workarounds. So gift is a new mechanic too. You gift somebody a card. So you make a promise. You promise with the opponent a gift. And that would be either they draw a card before the spell resolves. And then there's usually an additional benefit. So this one returns target card from your graveyard to your hand. But if it was gifted, so you can let them draw a card as you cast it. Instead, you return two permanents from your graveyard to your hand. So it's like, again, it's very the more good side of the people are going to be more so going to focus on being still generous, even though they might have like fighting with the other side. The cool part about these floor lands is that, let's see if we could save them. Hold this to the side. But for each floor land, there's all 4 seasons. So this is, I think, fall. But this should be a winter version and spring and summer. First rare for the common good. This one's
For the common good.
This one's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty fun just for the fact that the only thing it costs XX thing green, so increments of 2, essentially. But you create X tokens that are a copy of a token you already control. Then you could the tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn, and then you get 1 life for each token you control. So if you have like a large mana dump, you could, let's say, have something like an XX construct that's power and toughness equal to how many artifacts you control. For like, let's say hypothetically like Urza Saga, you make multiple of them and you gain life for each one you have. So this card is a pretty neat card. Next card is going to be a commander card. Tempt with Bunnies.
Who was like the commander, like a person that's going to be a commander, or a card that's good in
this,
commander?
this is a commander card. So there's the Leaf, that's going to be the main set, which is going to be the actual Bloomburrow, and this is the commander set. So this would be either, there's some cards that are in the commander decks. There's 4 new commander decks, and then there's it's also the help that it's like a very like fuzzy. Like,
Dude, it's just a,
Yeah.
dude, how would you? Every set they come out with
Yeah.
amazes me because
Yeah.
there's something for everybody. You don't like Assassin's Creed, that's fine. Oh my god, I really like bunnies.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yes.
this is the set for you.
Yeah, yeah.
If
So
you really like bunnies.
So it's a 3 mana, 2 and a white sorcery. Draw a card and create a rabbit token. Then each opponent may draw a card and create a rabbit token. For each opponent that does, you draw a card and create a rabbit token. So you at least get 1, and then for every person that also joins you in it, you also get to draw an additional card.
So
and
they
create a
get
rabbit.
they get a creature, and that you get to draw a card if they do it. It's
Yes.
a trade-off.
So essentially, you're like, here's the worst case scenario. This is going to be a 3 mana, draw a card, get a rabbit. But if your other opponents are, this is really good for like these group hug decks. So this one lets you essentially.
Did you quote group hug? I love it. I love the slang.
Yeah, group hug is, it comes like very backhanded. Just like why are we giving everybody all these cards and drawing anything? It's like, okay, cool. X amount turns in, and then, all right, now nobody could draw any more cards, and we can do this, and we can do this, and I get all the benefits from these cards. Like, okay, I see. For the first few turns,
That's why you were.
yeah. But that's a neat one. That's really cool. This is one of the main new characters from the set.
Oh, that's David Peterson, right?
Yeah.
The artist. Yeah,
Yeah.
We have an interview on the site going up with him
Awesome.
soon.
Yeah, so this card's really cool. So there's a lot of, again, this is other mice you control. I love the fact that they actually had to put the proper terminology for a mouse. In multiple, it's mice.
Mises?
And then
Mouses.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to have somebody call me for rules questions on our events this weekend, but that's it's going to be fun. It's going to see how well people understand the English language. But yeah, so this one gives all other mice you control +1/+1. Then whenever it enters, you create a token of a legendary equipment. And the equipment has creatures get +1/+1. It has vigilance. and haste. So essentially, uh, and it costs 2 equipped. So you could equip this blade to it, because it doesn't come equipped. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. So you can make it something really big. This card's cool because not really many things make artifact tokens, like equipment tokens.
It went to the right. You can't
Yeah.
see it on the stream, folks, but that means good. Went to the right. Good value. Table value.
Yeah. So wishing well, so you put a coin counter on it, and then when you do, you may cast target instant sorcery with mana value equal or less the number of coin counters on wishing well from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put in the graveyard, exile instead, activate only in sorcery. So this has a eventually like ramping up thing that you can start doing some really crazy things with it. Definitely could be more of like a potentially commander card, but it seems fun nonetheless. And then the last card for the set is gonna be Valley Flame Call.
Oh, I do love the color. You're right.
Yeah.
Like the flames like the autumn color. That's kind of cool. I really like that.
So it's a very bright. Then of course the lizard's like another card type, and there's in particular red-black lizard in the set's pretty sought after. I'm even looking for it. But yeah, so a lizard. So this is what I was saying. Like when a whole bunch of creature typings is one. So if you're a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon, you control deals combat damage to a player. Instead, it does that +1. So it adds like a little bit more oomph to all your cards. But yeah, the creature types that are on this side of the force is gonna be lizards, mice, otters, and raccoons. So.
See, they know that like, oh my god, I can make a lizard raccoon deck. Like they
Yeah.
know that's gonna strike the chord to somebody. Oh, awesome!
It's a cool rat token. It gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control. And the other side is a Splash Slasher. When this creature enters, tap up to one target creature and put a stun counter on it. And it explains what stun does on it. So it's pretty cool. Neat token.
Yeah, Ravenous Rat's one of my favorite cards from the entire set. Love Ravenous Rats.
Oh yeah. There's this set's gonna be really fun. Just seeing all the support. Oh, and here's the fish token. There's a lot of things to make this fish token. Hopefully you can see one of the seasons cards. They're gonna be fun. So starting off with, there's also gonna be a card if you get it. It has like probably one of the most amount of like text on a Magic card I've ever seen. But luckily, it's pretty fun. It just has a lot of stipulations which you can work with it. So when this card in spell, exile top card of your library until end turn, you may play that card. So that's cool. This is very common in a lot of red Magic cards. Is where you exile top card of your deck and you have to, like that turn or the next turn to cast it or play it. It's a good workaround, especially for cards that punish people for drawing. And this is like the penultimate of.
So it's not, you don't pay it for free. It's just you can.
You can. If you want. So it extends your hand and also helps you from like if you're going against like a mono black player that makes you discard a lot of cards. That's a good way to get around it because it's not in your hand and they can only target your hand really. Very few things actually target an exile. So
yeah, Exile's weird. Can you hand me the David Peterson card? I want to take a picture and tweet that because that's a cool.
Yeah, hopefully you can pull a full one. That'd be cool too. That'd probably be a little hard to take a picture of. So this is pretty standard otter looking things. You can see a lot of is it otters. So this one is whenever
Is it otters?
yeah. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on this. It's pretty simple. And it also has hybrid mana, which is pretty cool. The prowess mechanic is also a thing that will recur, and especially with the otters. Some Sengay. That's pretty good. Nocturnal Hunger. This is one of the gift cards, so you give the person. This one is you give them a food token. Yeah, so you destroy target creature. If the card was a promise, you lose life. So essentially, if you just want to do 3 mana, destroy target creature instant speed, that's fine. If you don't have the life to lose, you just give them a food token, which they could get more life off of it, but if they have nothing to block with, if you remove something, pretty good spot. War Squeak. It's an enchantment. When it enters, target creature opponent controls can't block this turn. Target creature gets +1/+1 in haste. So it's kind of a temporary, it gives like a buff and also makes it kind of can't be blocked by a certain creature. Mindro Assailant. Now you can see the rat's going to go more towards Demir in the color combo. Primarily because they've been using a lot of Threshold. Threshold Demir Threshold probably go really hand in hand. So he gets +3 attack, so it becomes a 5/5 if you have 7 more cards. The good part has Surveil, so you could
Oh, I love blue black.
so it can help you throw cards in your graveyard. And again, the colors on these cards I really like. It's like the fact that it could go dark to like a very vibrant purple, almost like a pinkish color. Oh yeah, the lizards. Just a 2 menace for 3 mana. And then when it enters, choose target opponent if they lost life this turn. You reveal their hands, and then you may select a non-land card from it and make them discard it. That's cool. So it's essentially if they took damage, you could play this and make them discard a card. So some good like discard synergies. So you got Bright Blade Stoke. This one's very simple. It's a 2 mana 2/2 Weasel Soldier. And it has first strike, lifelink. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing really going on with it, so it makes it very palatable to like learn what they do. It's this one when it enters. Choose target creature. If the creature has power 2 or less, you control another lizard. Gain control of that until in turn untap it. So it steals creatures from your opponent. It's pretty neat. Nothing super exciting. But if you like those like Act of Treason like cards, it's pretty cool. So this one has, it's a land, interest play untapped, that's kind of cool. So tap for colorless, or you could tap for green. You go and spend this mana to cast a creature. And then you could either have a third option of pay green, tap it, pay a 1/1 counter on each rabbit, or frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control that entered this field this turn. So there's cards like this that already exist, but that one only cares for a specific creature type.
If you need to put your hands higher, you can move the thing if wherever you're comfortable. So the beautiful land.
So the good part, this was talking about how it's the same exact land,
whoa.
but 2 different seasons. So this one's going to be spring, and this one's going to be like fall. And the good part, if you notice, the person in the foreground also changes too. So it's a lot, but there's one. So if you get 4 of them, there should be the 4 seasons in each basic land. So. It's a lot to look
This
forward to.
whole set reminds me of that childhood movie that traumatized every child, The Secret of Nymph.
Oh, yeah.
Or Nim.
Yeah.
Nim or Nymph?
This is a pretty good card. This one's Rao.
Nim.
So this is the one Planeswalker this set has. And it's a pretty neat one. I think it has a lot of cool potential playability. So it's a 4 mana for loyalty, which is like pretty average. But it has the special abilities. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you put a loyalty counter on this, which could accumulate very aggressively, especially if you're doing an Izzet. It's very easy with like Storm and your cantrip spells that can start building up a lot of counters. So you could play him, and then with the same turn, if you have a lot of mana available, you get him up to his. You could possibly play his first his ultimate ability, which is pretty good considering what it does. So +1 is going to create a blue-red otter token with prowess. Prowess is whenever you cast a non-creature spell. The creature gets +1/+1, so you can build up a little massive
So instant
otters.
sorceries, artifacts.
Yeah, everything but a creature. It's a -3. Just draw 3, discard 2, which is good, especially when you try to build a bigger threshold. And then his last one's what everybody kind of is really excited for. Is going to be the draw 3. You get an emblem. Instants and sorceries have Storm. Storm's really good because for each spell cast that turn, you copy it. So really dumb things like say you play like an opt, 1 blue mana, draw a card. Then you play another opt. It's gonna be 2 copies of it. So you're gonna be like, okay, they're gonna be up to drawing 3 cards, and then you cast more and more. Let's say you cast 6 spells and you cast your lightning bolt. You have 6 spells cast for it, so you're casting 7 lightning bolts off 1 lightning bolt. So, and that's a permanent effect that nothing can really deal with it. So that's why it can be very explosive, especially if you build decks around the idea of storming off. This card is a very, very solid one. I think just right now it just needs to find a home, and this card could be very explosive. That's like one of the big cards from the set. Swarmer and Massacre create 2 scroll tokens, and then each opponent that isn't an insect, rat, spider, or squirrel, and that's the other side of the bad side, quote unquote. Then all the other things get -1/-1 to end a turn for each insect, rat, spider, or squirrel you control. So it's like a kind of a board wipe, but it's
a cool extended art
yeah.
too. It's awesome. Wow.
Dream Dune Transfer.
Which pile is this going?
Oh, this is a good one.
That's a board. You said it's a mini board wipe. Yeah.
So this is a 4 mana 3/4 reach When they're into battlefield, tap up to 1 creature and hit 3 stun counters. It's absurd. Then, if you do, that creature, if it's a creature that you control, okay. If you control the creature, you draw 2 cards. So you pretty much just knock out a creature, probably pseudo indefinitely, because it costs, I think, 3-4 mana to remove a stun counter. And the fact that you put 3 of them on there, so it's going to keep a creature locked down for a long time. That's cool, Maro now. So this is one of the new guest appearances. This card already existed from original Kamigawa, I think Champions of Kamigawa. So all your rats have fear. Fear means they can't be blocked by artifacts or black creatures. So all your rats, as long as they don't have black or artifacts, your creature's unblockable. Then you tap it, sacrifice a rat, and you create rats equal to how many rats you control.
I have him in my rat deck, and that's a reprint, you said.
Yeah, it's a reprint. So this is like a new art. They've done a lot of the Kamigawa ones.
So it's legal now in Modern.
Fortunately, no.
Wait, how does it? Okay,
Oh, wait, I mean,
is it slightly worded differently?
It's still legal in Modern. So this is just all boils down to the set symbol. So if it had the leaf like this, then it's the actual standard legal set.
Oh, it's one of those throwback cards
Yeah.
where it's not legal. It's not a reprint. It's just a different version of it that you can play in Commander. That's
Yeah.
about it.
This is Fabled Passage. This card just came out original Drain, but it's a really fun card. But reprinting this also makes it standard legal for an extended period of time, even longer. So this card won't be rotating out anytime soon. And then they have cards like this. This is just a token that has a lot of options for a token.
It's just a token you put on the field.
Yeah, something makes this.
Way leader, war leader,
Yeah,
or Warren. I can't remember.
Yeah, and the every fish token. But so far, there's still some more mechanics we haven't touched on yet. That's why I didn't really want to do like the whole play booster box because I would just.
We do have an interview with the designer who did the Assassin's Creed Universes Beyond set, and like there is that hindsight where like they'll make a card, people will put it in the left pile, and then 2 sets later it becomes the most powerful card in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, for like Modern Horizons 3 in particular, that set was very popular, and I'm pretty sure anybody that.
Commander, that card sucks, but it's great in Modern, but they just dismiss it because it's not great in Commander, or vice versa, right? Great in Commander, bad in Modern, good in Modern, terrible in Commander.
And of course, when it hits playable in multiple formats,
that's when it explodes. Yeah, when it's
I think recently from Murders of Karloff Manor, those new land cycles, those are doing very well. So they've been very explosive in prices. I think one card went out recently from like a $4 or $5 card up to now like a $15, $20 card. So this one's pretty simple. There's a lot of cards that have a lot of the similar functionality. It's you tap it to 1 damage to target opponent, and then when you cast a certain card, then it untaps, and you keep doing undoing and keep doing undoing. So these cards have like a fun like combo synergy. Second Whirl. Target opponent discards 2 cards. If you control rat, it's roll 2. Pretty straightforward. You've got some carrot cake. Quite literally, it just has an obscene amount of carrots.
That sounds really good right now,
yeah.
actually.
So it's a food token whenever it enters the battlefield. Sacrifice it whenever, and when you sacrifice it, create a rabbit token. Not bad. So it makes little rabbits. That's cool. Very on theme. Let's see. I like the art in this. This one's very like a lot going on with it, but it has like a unique artistic.
Is that David Peterson?
No, this is Omar Ryan. No.
It's a big set. This is a big set, right? How many?
Yeah. I think there's like over like maybe 300 cards on the set. This one's pretty simple. Just add 1 mana, many colors. 2 mana. It's just another mana dork, but it's a mole.
Mana dork. It's been a while since I've heard that phrase. That's funny.
Yeah. Mana dorks are fun. And these are the new talent cards. They're not entirely super new. They're just classes from, I think the original classes came out in, it's either Kaldheim or Forgotten Realms. But it was maybe double of them. But they're pretty fun. You level them up to get benefits for said things. So they have a casting cost. So they enter as level 1, and then you could pay the things that they get sorcery speed to level them up to the next level. Usually you get all effects
Is that just like a reference card? No, you actually
No,
play it. No.
yeah, you play it. So you cast it. It's an enchantment. It sits on field.
And you get to pay for it? Okay.
So it starts off with this one. So when it enters, you create a wall token. You can pay 1 mana at sorcery speed, and then it gains this ability in addition. So whenever one or more non-creature, non-land permanents enters your battlefield, put 1/1 counter on target creature control. You can activate the last one for 5 mana. This class becomes level 5. Return the target permanent non-land, return non-creature, non-land permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it lets you bring a card from your graveyard back to the field.
Oh, okay, I'm going to see those in the Final Fantasy set. I'm sure level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Items.
Yeah. That would be fun. Yeah. Let's go. So give a tapped fish. So that's the gift.
We've seen these. Yeah, we talked about these. Yeah.
So return a creature to its owner's hand. If the card was gifted, instead return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So for 1 blue man, it's not bad. So you just give them a 1/1 fish token that they can't block with that turn. Just return anything that's on land back to the hand. It's pretty good. Some scrolls. It's whenever this enters or dies, create a food token. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing super crazy there. Got one of the 4 lands. This will be the first round.
As more people come into the store, the internet has trouble because everyone's watching HD video on Netflix in the background.
So this one's pretty popular. People like this card because it's a rat that makes snail tokens. And then you blow up the snails to deal damage and draw a card.
There's snail kamikaze bombs?
Yeah, so this guy, he has snails and he throws them at people. So he's, I know some people trying to build him as commander. So 4 mana, 2/4 rat warlock. When he enters or another rat you control enters, you create a 1/1 black snail. Otherwise, put a 1/1 counter on a snail you control. And you can pay Grixis, so blue, black, red. Sacrifice a snail, deal damage equal to its creature's power to each opponent. Then draw cards equal to the creature's power. So you just kind of make one big snail and you throw it at somebody, throw it at all your opponents, and you draw a whole lot of cards. So he's pretty cool. I think it's a unique card. Also, you playing commander, he would technically be a black, blue, red commander because his color identity is all 3 of those colors.
Whenever Wick or another, what's Wick?
He's Wick.
Oh, he's Wick. Oh,
Yeah.
Wick. Okay.
Yeah.
Or another rat you control. Rat commander deck coming at you.
Yeah, and it's the good part. It's one of the
Dude, he could be your commander.
Yep. And the good part is he has the ability to cost black, blue, and red. So technically, for commander purposes, he's a black, blue, red commander. So usually most rats are usually black, so it gives you more options for things.
Oh wow! Here, I'll give that to you, and I'll decide which
Yeah.
pile. Okay, good.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
right pile.
We're probably going to sell this by this Friday because I know people are really looking for this. This one's funny because that's Myriad twice. Myriads for each opponent. You have, when you attack with this, you create a token. So when you attack one opponent, you create 2 tokens attacking those opponents. So whenever this does damage to a player, you put a 1 counter on target creature control. So essentially, you attack 1 for 3 mana, 2/2. It's not great, but when you attack, you make multiple copies. So if you're playing a group of 4, you attack your one person for 2/2. That lets you don't have a creature. So you make your other opponent gets attacked by 2, and your other person gets attacked by 2. If you know there's still damage, for each one of those damage, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature control.
So it just starts to stack.
Yeah, and it happens each time this card attacks. So if you have a means of like making a lot of attack triggers, it could get very explosive.
My brother's in the chat. He just started playing Commander about a couple months, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
He just started.
Yeah, Commander's very popular. I think the reason people play Commander as much as they do, it's because it's a group game, and you gotta have you also can put your identity into the deck. So like if you're really into, let's say, like rats or something like that, and you're like, I really like rats, and you could just keep really focusing, like working on it, especially because there's 31 years of Magic.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards, and everything's just about everything's legal Commander. I wouldn't say everything, but just about everything.
Literally, like the things that are banned out of Commander are usually banned out of just all Magic, just in general. So you don't really missing much. If you're like, man, I really miss my anti cards, luckily there's a format for you, so you can play that. This one's pretty simple. It's a 4 mana 3/3 flash flying. When it enters or another bird enters your battlefield, exile 1 creature you control without flying to return it back to under its control at your next end step with a flying counter on it. So you could protect a creature like, I'm going to destroy it. Like, oh, I'm going to remove it. Next step, at the end step, it comes back with a flying
It comes
counter.
back flying, so no, you can't really, unless you have
Yeah.
flying.
Yeah, so this card's really cool, and also the art's really pretty too. There's a lot of the art has a really nice. Oh look, Cheddarfing, that's cool.
Oh, whoa! It's like a warrior
So
squirrel.
yeah, so this is a reprint. This is from originally Modern Horizons 2. So if one or more tokens would be created under control, you create that many plus that many squirrel tokens. So if you like squirrels, and because he's green with a black ability, so he's green black. So a lot of people really like it.
Oh yeah.
I know several people that have built this as a commander deck already. This is a new alternate art for it.
We played a standard event, and the guy was like, attacking him off. He's like, attack, I tap, and he's like, attack with infinite squirrels. And she
Yeah.
used a Dawn's Charm, and she won the game because she got to stall him out for 3 turns.
Yeah, it happens. So this one is X and blue. Reveal top X cards you
Ooh,
like
that's
here.
pretty.
I know there's some really. I really like the art in this set. Is really good. One thing I really appreciate in Magic, just in general, is just the art. We have a lot of people here that's really fond of artists, getting cards signed by certain artists. But it's just how art varies from from this to this is drastic, or like notably, and this is notably different too. It's like there's a cool just spread of just different art aesthetics, which makes the set very. There's something you usually find you like in it.
I have an interesting question for you.
Yeah.
Does having an artist sign the card devalue the card?
That's purely on personal preference. Some stores will value cards. They're signed as like lightly modded or heavily played. Some people count that as part of a price. Of course, there's some outliers that will always be the case. Like if you had a Christopher Rush signed Power 9 card that he's done, it's going to be worth more because he's very integral to like what is Magic. And then he's unfortunately passed away for the better part of a decade. So things like that, unfortunately, because again, the game's 31 years old, that you have some of those original artists.
Yeah.
But then there's some artists that do an abundance of like signings that are not as worth as much, but people will do appreciate. But it varies from person to person. And luckily, there's people that are collecting those things, they are willing to spend an extra bit on them.
I'll pose a really heavy question.
Yeah.
If I have a original Black Lotus, right, the huge card, and I had it signed by the artist, would that devalue the card?
No, mainly just because that would be Christopher Rush, the guy that passed away. So
Okay, so
yeah.
it goes up.
Yeah, it goes
in
up.
that situation, it goes up.
that goes up. But say if it was like a basic land from an artist that just started off that has no notable like what's that token?
It's interesting because
Yeah.
just because like, a few years ago, maybe like quite a few years ago, there was a controversy because there was a person who collected Pokemon cards, and he had a first edition Charizard, and it was appraised, and the card was signed by the artist, and it was actually valued less.
Yeah, there's
Which was and people were like up in arms about it. Like, it's signed by the artist. Why is it worth less?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of
I mean,
thing.
luckily for those things, the secondary market for the things will be purely on how you sell it. Because I know people that would sell specifically to certain like markets. Some people go through eBay. Some people go through
Right. There's
different
also the
websites.
misprint market, right? There's
Yeah.
people who pay a lot of money for that, but maybe not a lot in
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the standard TCG place
Yeah,
market. Yeah.
There's also people that have like a weird collection. Like there's one guy that collects like as many stone rains as possible. He has like a percentage of all stone rains ever made, like a nobles percentage. But with that being said, like people have their own wants and everything, and of course, the more popular the artist gets. Let's say, as of lately, Seb McKinnon has been very popular and rising. He even got his own secret layer. But there's also artists that have fell out of favor, Wizards of the Coast and stuff like that. But you know, it all varies from artist to artist. But I would say, if you have a signed card, usually you can decide for yourself, and I think it won't noticeably affect the price unless it's like a person happened to like draw like over a third of the art. But if it's just like a normal signature, there's some people
And
that
a
have
smiley face over the.
there's some people that do. They have some very active signatures.
There's a great quote that I love, and I forget where I heard it, but it was like, something's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it.
Yes.
So that's basically what you're saying about like the misprints and the side
Yeah.
cards. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know we sold like a misprint Charizard for like 3 times its normal value, but there's somebody in Italy that really liked the card, and you're like, I want this right now. I'll give you this much. Like, some people just have a very fondness for things. but I believe it's just for their own personal collection. So going back to this, it's a rat otter. Oh, it's a rat and an otter.
A rat otter?
So I was like, that's
they already are rats, technically, right? They're
Yeah.
part of the rodent family.
Yeah, so this is has prowess, so whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1 until end turn, and then when it enters, you spell 2. So that's kind of cool. And mono blue, it's pretty neat.
It's weird because like otters are predators, and they don't
Yeah.
have a lot of predators in the set.
Yeah, I think that in this set in particular, they make otters as like more wizards, because they've had several otters before, and they've been primarily in the blue-red wheelhouse. That's why you also have Ralzeric as a otter in this, because he's very into the magic.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool, unique things there. Long stock brawl. Oh, I get it. Just hit him with like a big leak. So give him tap food, tap fish token. Target creature you control gets fights on the target creature that you don't control. Put one count on it. It's pretty simple. Like your pretty standard fight spell. Eddie Merc crab. It's just a crab. Big thing. But like the crab is like, that's a boat, and that's the looming crab. That's the spell costs 1 less for each instant sorcerer in your graveyard. And you play tapped if it's not your turn. Oh, it has flash, okay.
Oh,
And then
it's a blocker. But that's expensive for, is it? Yeah, that's an expensive flash card.
Yeah, but it gets cheap for each instant sorcery in your graveyard. So it gets down to 2 mana. Then when it spell, tap up to 2 target creatures. So that's pretty good. It could have some things. I know people would have gone crazy if this was a common, but because it would just be amazing and popper. But uncommon is still pretty solid. I think this could do a lot in like limited.
Apparently here, Tiny Commander's a big thing.
Oh, Tiny Leaders. Yeah, we recently had an event. Not last Saturday, but Saturday before last. We had 40 people show up for it. It was a pretty fun one. We had first place in a win in Volcanic Island, as well as a belt.
Yeah, $200 fetch land, right? That's what that
Yeah.
was, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it was really fun. We had a large turnout. Went for quite a bit. We went 5 rounds and cut the top 8, and then that took another 3 more rounds. So it was a 8-round event.
Long game.
Yeah, it was a 9.5-hour long event, but it was fun. This was fun. And another flash card. So it's a 4/2 flash for 4. Enters target creature your opponent controls, get -1/+1 till end of turn, or you can destroy a creature opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. So it's kind of like a little it's a skunk assassin. Nice. This should be
Skunk Assassin.
Mind Whisker. It's a rat wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep,
course it is.
spell 1. You have 7 or more cards in your graveyard. Creatures your opponent controls gets -1 attack. That's pretty good. It's a pretty just standard like things. I think the other abilities are their main focus. This guy's cool. Whenever Flamecash Gecko enters, if an opponent lost life, you gain red/black. That's pretty cool, actually. I think I probably want to put this on my. I could probably make a lizard deck when it comes out. This card seems fun. I like it. The fact that if your opponent tosses any damage, it's very. I think this is fall. Yeah. It's cool looking at all the basic or the full art lands because it's just trying to find out what season it is.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I see. You put them out. So you made a third pile.
Yeah, because I know some people want to collect those. So, first rare of the pack is one of these talent cards. So it's a class card. Enters, you create a otter with prowess, leveled up. Return target instant source from graveyard to your hand, and then on its last level, whenever you cast an instant source, you create one of these otters that have prowess. So it gives me a very strong like Monastery Mentor like feel to it. That's something you can pay for later. But no, it's pretty solid. I think it's
1 cost, yeah.
yeah, just for the fact that it's a 1-man and you make a 1/1. So Root Cast Apprenticeship. Okay, so choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once.
Oh wow, you can do once all 3 times.
Yeah,
That's
so
wild.
play 2 1/1 counter target creature. So if you really want to, you could do 4 mana. Pit 6 1/1 counters on a creature. It's not bad. create a token that's a copy of a target token you control. Target player creates a 1/1 scroll token, or target opponent sacrifices a non-artifact. It's very modular, which is good for decks that, especially in Commander. Like I'm going to choose a body, make this creature stronger. You sacrifice that. You sacrifice their artifacts. It's pretty solid, especially because it really opened the costs. This card looks cool. So it's a gift card. So you gift a card, so they get a draw card. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile a card. If you gifted a card, so they drew a card as you cast this, you may cast a card as long as it remains exiled, and you can spend any mana to cast it. Not bad for 2 mana. So 2 mana, you exile a card out of their hand, and if you gave them a card in response, a good part because they draw the card before the spell resolves, so you get a draw card, add another card to the hand, then you get a look at their hand. So this card, I think, it's going to be pretty good.
And the pre-release is this Friday, right?
Yes, this Friday. Everything, the commander decks, all that fun stuff. Phineas, Ace Archer. So 2 mana, 2/2, legendary creature. Vigilance for each. Whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. That's a token or a rabbit. Then, if you control a creature with power 10 or greater, draw a card. It's pretty good, especially in Selesnya. You could do some really cool Selesnya stuff with all the mana doubling abilities. So. And last card, oh, it's a full version of Marona. Looks pretty. That's pretty solid. That's cool. We got a second one of these. Because I think we just sold our Kamigawa normal one. I think sold for like $25, $30.
Damn. Oh, Kamigawa, I have that card.
Yeah.
He's not legal, right? They reprinted him in the new art.
Yeah.
Did you pull him? I didn't see him again.
Oh, we just got the.
Oh yeah, the other one. Yeah, the foil
we got
one.
a full version of it. Yeah. A Warden Elder. Creature you get +1. You pay 4 mana. Nothing crazy. Water Spout Warden. Whenever it attacks, if another creature enters the battlefield this turn under control, it gets flying. Not bad. There's all these things that the set has a lot of definitely triggered abilities. Scales of Shell. It's costs 1 less for each lizard you control. Target creature gets +2 and gains lifelink and indestructible in turn. It's pretty cool. I think card's pretty neat. Especially in a lizard deck, this thing could essentially storm off and like stabilize you pretty quickly. Also protect your creature that's a lizard. This is a shapeshifter. This could be kind of cool because when you could put target card from your graveyard onto the bottom of your library.
I'm gonna see if this is gonna get instantly just banned from Reddit. Trying to get more people to enter. Let's see.
Rush Shield Rampager. So Offspring is finally friends mechanic. Offspring is you can make a 1/1 copy of this card if you pay 2 additional mana while you cast it. And this creature can't be blocked by a creature's power 2 or less. So you, essentially for 6 mana you get a 1/1 and a 4/4 that can't be blocked by 2, like a little dinky creatures.
It's what a week, huh?
Yes.
Wait, it's Wednesday.
I know, right? As additional cost on this card, you may pay it black. Destroy target creature planeswalker. It's not bad.
Oh, yeah, instantly downvoted. It's gonna be like instantly downloaded to Oblivion for like 15 minutes, and then it'll be removed.
Yeah. Parting Gus. So you give him tap fish, exile target non-token creature. If it was promised, return target creature from a battlefield. Choose under hand with the 1/1 counter. That's pretty cool. 2 white mana, instant, not bad. Definitely has some like playability and limited. So Wander Tail Mentor. Whenever you spend 4, so you spend 4 mana on a spell, you put a 1/1 counter on it. It's pretty cool. It also just asks for red or green. So it's like a red or green mana dork, which can kind of help make it stronger. So it has some cool, like, cumulative like build up on it. Overprotect. Target creature gets +3/+3, trample, hexproof, and indestructible. That's a lot for 2 mana. Actually, I guess he's getting played in a lot of different formats. So I know Wild Growth or Giant Growth is 1 green mana. So this gives trample and hexproof and indestructible. It's pretty solid, I think, for uncommon. We've got the Snow Fuller Island. Pretty neat. Let's go to the first rare. We got Clement, the Worrywart. Supposedly, the frogs in this are supposed to be based around like tarot cards. So this one like the Fool, this one that's like a Jester, one's like all this other thing. So they're pretty neat. And also just a lot of cards. If you like lower cost commanders, like 3-colored commanders, this set has a whole bunch of cards that are legendary creatures that are in that 3-mana wheelhouse.
But that's Tiny Commanders is 2 or less, right?
3 or less. So this could
3
be
or less.
this could definitely be tiny later. So it's a 3-mana 3/3 vigilance, not bad. And then whenever it or another creature you control enters the battlefield under your control, return up to 1 creature you control from your hand with lesser mana value back to its owner's hand. The good part says up to, you just choose 0 if you don't want to pay any creatures. And the frogs you control have tap red, green, or blue. So this mana only cast creatures. So pretty much it makes all your frogs essentially mana dorks.
Right.
It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty fun. And nothing super crazy. But I think definitely some people have some fun with it. Oh, we got Jacked Rabbit. So...
Will you clip that, please? I guess that's better than Swole Rabbit.
Yeah.
Or Throw Plates Rabbit. Is the quote, "This rabbit throws plates"? That would be great.
Let's see.
It's just exclamation point clip. I just thought that was...
Yeah.
You got Jack Rabbit. And he's huge.
Yes. Amongst his other fellow rabbits. So, Ravenous, I forget what that does. It's blanking on me. But pay X, 1 in a white. Jackrabbit attacks create 1/1 rat token creatures equal to how much power it has. So this thing gets bigger and makes a whole bunch of rabbits. And its flavor text is squash. What is it? And what is it? And what it does. I think it's fun. Definitely there's some cute, like, humorous things. Another Fable Passage again. We got a full one earlier. Oh, that's just cool. This is a... So they did a cycle of planeswalkers from other sets.
Oh, whoa, rad.
But with their animal form of it. So this is the Leona of the Dark Realms. But it's if she was a squirrel. Because again, the bad necromancy side of this plane is going to be squirrels, bats, and stuff like that. So you can see a lot of that. So if you've seen this card, it's pretty good. It's a 4 mana, +1. Search your library for a swamp, reveal it, pin your hand, then shuffle. So it lets you thin out your deck and also get you more swamps. And then it's -3 target creature gets +S, +X, or -X, -X equal to how many swamps you have. And then if you get her +6 off, swamps you control have tap for 4 mana. So it's pretty cool. I've seen this card pop up before, and it makes so much mana. And then when black has a lot of mana. Oh, wow. We got the borderless foil one.
Oh, nice.
This we already got the normal one. This one's actually... Again, this card's really solid, so that's also probably like another card worth clipping. But this one, yeah, this one's a very, very playable. And this is like the highest version. I mean, like maybe there might be a textured one, but this one's really good.
Or a full art one or whatever,
Yeah.
alt art, whatever
Yeah.
they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Scroll token, the sword token, and a manifold mouse. Okay. I was saying, so far the box has been pretty fun and enjoyable.
You're pulling well. Usually
Yeah.
the box of swords games, you pull terribly.
I know.
Thunder Junction, you got like just all misses. Like it was just that roulette wheel was not hitting.
Yeah, I remember very well. But Shore Up, this is a reprint. It's a really good card. Used to have a crab on it, but now...
And this, for those of you, if you're watching, like it's a new set, so we're reading everything. As we start to see more of the commons and uncommons again, we'll go a little bit faster.
So there's some of these cards we've seen. So this one, the duo cards are just 2 creature typings in one, and you just kind of like if you glue 2 creatures together, essentially. Another duo. This one has expend 4, and target creature gets +1/+1 against Trapple. So it gets big.
Jack Rabbit.
Yeah, Jacked Rabbit. All the bats care for your opponent losing life, so whenever it attacks, you gain a life, so there's some like life gain in it. Sticky Tongue Sentinel. It's 3 mana, 3/3 with reach. When it enters the battlefield, return up to one target creature, target permanent your opponent controls to its owner's hand. That's pretty good. You can actually hit a land back to the hand. Not bad.
You can put another fetch land back to your hand, right, and play it again.
Let's see. Oh, that's cool. It's like there's squirrels, but they're made out of leaves.
Oh yeah, wow! You can use or shockland. You can pull a shockland back, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
On brand too.
Oh, hey, bearded glove.
Hey, Bearded Glove, what's up, dude?
Return up to 2 creatures you control from your graveyard. If you to your hand, each one loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Interesting, especially in the limited formats. This could be really fun to play. Yeah. Spell Gyre. Choose one counterspell. So 4 mana counterspell or spell 2, draw 2. Good options. Nothing like amazing in it, but I think to get unlimited, this would be pretty fun.
Yeah, Pauper. But there's different people call it Pauper, but there's also other wood names for it too, right? But it's the same format, like tiny leaders, small leaders.
So tiny leaders, yeah. So it's tiny leaders, which is pretty much commander, just half the size and everything has to be 3 mana or less. There's also an active ban list that's done. Pauper is commons only, where you're going to play only commons, and it has a very active ban list. Recently in Modern Horizons 3, on release, there's a card that banned out of it. But this is really good. It's usually affinity cards are really strong in Pauper. They usually have to make sure to don't let them get too strong. So this is one I think we saw already. This one's a pretty fun one. Oh, got ads. I think hopefully you can hear us now.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, you have to watch the ad first. It's how everything works.
Yeah.
Until we get enough subs or Patreon members, and then we can stop running ads.
Yeah. So when this enters, choose one. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature control. It fights target creature token, and destroy an artifact or enchantment. A lot of options. Again, these larger, more predator creatures are going to be these elemental beings. So this is a Wolverine, but it's also like made out of a tornado.
I'm sorry. Did you find the stream on Reddit, just out of curiosity? Because I did post it there. I'm waiting for it to get instantly nuked. But like, I don't know. Might as well try. I mean, what's the worst? It gets nuked. That's the worst that happens. Is it just gets removed. Yeah. So might as well try.
Ooh, this is a really good card. So 3 cities, 3 tree cities. Pretty like people have been really looking for this card. So you enter, you choose a creature type. It taps colorless. Found on Twitch. That's cool.
Sick. Twitch suggested. Yeah, we're doing it, Peter.
Then you can pay 2, tap it, add a color, add any amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control of that chosen type.
Oh, damn.
So this one's pretty cool. It also does interplay tapped. So it has like a pseudo, I could say it's like a Shrine of Nykthos. That's probably like probably closest equivalent, but it's for Kindred tribal decks. So this one's pretty fun. And this one also comes in multiple different seasons. Yeah, you made it. Quit your jobs. Oh god.
You made it, boys. Yeah, we did it. We found someone on Twitch suggestion. We've made it.
Yeah.
We've made it. The grind after 10 years.
Oh, more adventure cards after I thought we're done with them.
Oh, whoa, damn. That's the biggest creature we've seen so far. Badgers? That's the biggest one.
Yeah, I mean, there's the elemental thing, the top front card. That's a 5/5. But yeah.
There was a crab we found too. But like, that's not a huge creature.
So you have the venture. You could do is get 2 sackland
Wolverine.
tokens.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were right. Yeah.
Then this, whenever for each fungus and sapling you control, you get tap, add green mana. It's pretty neat. At the beginning of your end step, you create a sapling token. That's pretty fun. It's a fun looking commander card.
If I had hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe.
Oops. Mockingbird. It's a bird bard. Okay. You may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature you control on the battlefield. Or, no, you control a copy. It's any creature you control on the battlefield.
I found a card.
Oh, somebody left a magic card in here. Oops.
Is it good?
Probably not.
Dragon Dungeon Grove Elder?
I think that was probably one of the free decks ones.
It looks like it's been here for months.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So it was enters as mana value or equal to the amount of mana spent on this. Oh, so you pay X into it. So it's like a clone, but you could spend X to copy what it is. That's interesting. It's neat. Oh, Belfast Strix. This is one of the other guest cards. I really like this one's very dark. I like the fact that they had like they put like wood in it.
Blue Black is awesome.
Yeah, Belfast Strix has been pretty popular. It's like those are the collectibles. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing 2 boxes of collectors
Yeah.
boosters, and then we're doing 1 box of the
We just
the fat pack or the bundle pack,
Yeah.
because 36 packs of Cody was 36 packs of play boosters probably aren't
Yeah, we've been.
as interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Scroll Mob, that's awesome. I like this art. Plus, it's foil. I like the really good foiling on it too. I like how the foreground on it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of the cards, and we'll be doing hopefully another one of this set, and then Assassin's Creed as well, eventually.
Yeah.
I was starting for. I have no idea when that's coming in, but it's gonna
Yeah.
come in someday.
Yeah, I mean the good part, if it's like anything like the previous Beyond Universes ones, like they tend to hold some of their value. Especially people, I know Commander players love their Swords of Feast Famines and all the
Sort of feast famines.
yeah. So this looks like a combat trick one. Yeah, it does 4 damage to target attacking, blocking, or tap creature you control. You gain 3 life if you control bat. Yeah. No. Hey, Trevor.
It's okay. It's a casual stream. It's fine. You can make
Yeah.
noise.
So this
It's all good.
is the 6 damage and 2 damage up to 1 creature token. Okay. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of heavy mana value to it. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully we'll find the fancy gold borders.
Is that like the old arts?
Yeah, there's something. So Dazzy Denial. So far, I think one of the notable pulls we got a borderless foil Raul Zarek, Raul the new one. And we also got a Liliana, not the alternate. There's like 2 alternate arts of this. We got some other fun ones too. We got a foil Marinol foil, and got a Chatterfang, Snarl foil Flavor Passage, another one. There's a lot of fun cards, and I think we're almost halfway down the box.
Yeah,
so,
we're going really slow because there's so many new cards. We're reading
Yeah.
all of them, and
yeah, want to make sure everything. So,
thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate
yeah.
it. Yeah, Squirrel Liliana.
Yeah, yeah. Now, hopefully, we can pull the one. We have the other manager here that works here on Sort of Board. He's very fond of Liliana. I think at one point, back when Liliana the Veil first came out, he had a play set of foils. So, yeah, it's. Oh, it looks like reconnected. Wix Patrol.
We lost connection, but we're reconnected again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mill 3 when you do pit dog creature, phone control. Oh, and we're
Yeah,
back.
sorry, we're on. We can't be wired in here. We're actually on location at a gaming store, so we
Yeah.
have to use their Wi-Fi, which is good. But as people start piling in the back to use their mobile phones to watch Netflix, it gets rough. If there's like 10 people back there all on their phones watching Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever movies.
I fell because of the guy that made the background noise. Oh,
Okay, yeah, there you go. That's Trevor.
yeah. Nice. So yeah, we have so you gift a card. Okay, so if you give a card, it does 2 damage to each creature. If it was gifted, it does 1 damage to any target and 2 damage to each. So that's cool. So do like a pseudo board wipe if you are willing to give somebody an extra card. This one
It does look like a board
red
wipe,
mana
right?
only for creatures. And then target lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control gets +1 in a turn. And haste, not bad. Yeah, gift is an interesting one. There's a lot of different ones. There's ones that give fish, ones that draw cards, one gives food tokens. They're just little things that I feel like if you have a group hug deck, there's so many cards in the set between the commander one and in main set that gives you a lot of options to, spread the wealth of cards. And then, of course, like every group hug deck ever, you just kind of then turn around on them.
Oh, if it was instant, that would be great. It's sorcery though. That's sorcery
Yeah.
speed. It makes it meh.
Yeah. Got some more of these forests. I've been putting aside all the new season full art lands.
Yeah.
So I see if we get all
Every
of them.
spring, summer, fall, winter,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Although in California we only have spring, summer, and winter, and fall.
And
I don't
fire.
think we don't have and fire. We
Yeah,
don't have
Fire
winter.
Fire's my favorite season. That's good.
No winters.
Yeah, this one we got a boardless one of this one. This one's pretty cool. Just because on cast you give them a card, and then you could exile a card of their hand because you also gave them a card. You're allowed to cast the card later. So this would be really mean. I can imagine some Commander players playing this. It's still somebody's combo piece, or even in like actual like 60 card formats actually running it. Pretty probably like a sideboard card.
If you're new here, like Cody will organize the cards based on like table value and how good they are, and he makes different piles. So when they go in the right pile, that's good. If they go in the left pile, it's meh.
So we got a Bant Fox. Ooh, shiny hand,
Oh, full art, right? Or
Mr.
art.
Foxglove. So it's a legendary rogue rogue.
Okay.
So it's a 3/5 lifelink. Whenever it attacks, draw cards equal to the number of cards in defending player's hands minus the number of cards in your hand. If you didn't draw a card this way, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. Interesting. So
oh yeah, it's Beard and Glove. That's Fox and Glove.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I mean, technically, so if you ever were to travel to the realm of Bloomburrow, you might transform into this. That's pretty cool. A Bant thing. I got another one of these Valley Flames. I think this one's fun. Again, for the pseudo party mechanic of Lizard Mouse, Otter, Raccoon. Plus, a little damage bump is pretty good.
You want to make a lizard deck.
Ant Queen, another guest card. Not like guest, they're reprint cards. Ant Queen's been pretty popular. We have like so many different like F&M promos of it. And last one is, oh wow, Camilla the Seed Miser. So it's a squirrel lord, it looks like. I like the art on it. It's pretty cool. David Peterson.
Yep, we have an interview with him going up soon on the site on our website, Shacknews. So we talked about him. Yep, he's the feature artist of the set.
Yeah, no,
so he does a lot of the commander cards, I think.
Well, I just realized there's like a skull in the background, vaguely you can see. That's kind of cool. I like the folds on some of these cards, like the good foreground, background with the bordering. It just looks really nice.
I'm with Beard. I like the border, the black-green. I like the black-green contrast. It looks great.
Yeah, especially because like usually for multicolor cards, they just go for the default gold mixture brown color. So it gives a little bit more different flavor to it. So it's a 3-mana, 3/3 menace squirrel warlock. Legendary creature, so this could be your commander. Cheap views on... Oh, never mind. It's probably like a link somebody sent to.
No, cheap viewers on blank. Can you ban him? Do you know how to ban him? I'm in mod chat. Hold on, I think I can do it on this. I got it.
I know my girlfriend streamed last night. There was a guy that did a similar thing.
It's not a guy. It's just a bot.
Yeah. So I'll just go back to the magic cards. As a 3/3 menace, other scrolls of control have menace. It's a very kind of fitting with like the.
Thank you, TJ.
Marona.
TJ got it.
Awesome. Whenever you sacrifice one or more food, create a scroll token. Pretty simple. You pay 2 forge, put a 1/1 counter on each other scroll you control. So this is really good, very explosive for a scroll deck. So I think this one.
People love squirrels. Have been a staple in the game. For decades.
One of the previous employees here, he was very, very fond of squirrels.
Derek?
No, it was Daniel Spence.
Okay.
I don't remember. He works for the city now. I wish also the packs would go by a little quicker if they were the English print, but the Japanese print, everything's exciting in the front, but you want to save that for less. Like some of these cards we've seen a lot of right now. Whenever player attacks, untap target land, a non-land permanent. It's not bad. This one again, target creature gets trample. +1 if it's a mouse.
It's a mouse with trample. That's funny.
I know.
Why? How does that work?
Yeah. Early winter, so it's 4 mana, choose one, exile target creature or target opponent, exile enchantment they control. Which in black, you don't really have much enchantment removal, so that's pretty.
That's actually there's like none in that set, isn't there?
So it's pretty good. So it's very costly mana, but but it does give you an option, and also just exile a creature too, so somebody has like,
That's a really dark quote too. The climate changed and the world suffered.
Yeah,
it's going to.
Yeah. So this one, as long as you control a token, it gets +2 attack. So it's 3 mana, could be 4/3, and it has trample, which it's a rabbit. So half the rabbit cards make tokens, so it's pretty common. Spell last year. We got this one earlier. Just put a lot of stun counters. Frogs are doing a lot of with the stun counters in this set. Hop to it. Create 3 rabbits. That's it. 3 mana, create 3 rabbits. Pretty straightforward. Ooh. So another otter wizard. We have abundant of these. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this does 1 damage to each opponent. Pretty simple. And if you pay the offspring cost for 4 mana, you essentially get a 1/1 version of it and it. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, essentially you're hitting everybody for 2 damage. It's pretty good. Paw Patch Formation. Destroy target creature with flying.
Oh wow! I feel
Destroy
like that could
target
be.
enchantment.
I
Draw
feel
a
like
card.
that's an obnoxious commander card.
Yeah. Especially if you, it's like a lot of ways you can make more tokens.
Yeah.
Got another full art land. Let's go to the first rare. Vryn, the Relentless. Okay. It's a rat
Oh,
rogue.
blue black. I like blue black.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of blue black rats. So speculate any of the old Kamigawa rat cards probably go up a bit. Also, Rat Colony are probably going to be going up in price too. So it's a 4 mana, 3/4 with Ward 2. Pay 2 mana. If a creature an opponent controls would die, it's exile instead. Pretty mean. So that's already good static abilities it has going on to it. And then at the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 rat tokens with creatures get +1/+1 for each other rats you control, where X is the number of creatures your opponent controlled that were exiled this turn. The good part, so it has the thing whenever cards would be put in exile, you from the field, it's pretty good. Then if you add that with, like, let's say Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which let's say you hit somebody, eat a good chunk of their deck, you can make an obscene amount of tokens in one go. Especially if you have something that's like very creature heavy. Plus, getting rid of cards permanently is pretty good. So I think that's pretty nice. Probably turn 1 in with the right cards. This is looks so much more gruesome than I thought it was when he's eating a strawberry. See, it's a rat berserker, so it's a 3 mana, 2/4. When there's a battlefield, create a food token. Then you may exile 3 cards from your graveyard. If you do, repeat it, so you can keep repeating this process. Then you pay 4, sacrifice X food. This creature gets +X and menace. So that's neat. The art is it looks way more grotesque than it actually is. It's just him eating a strawberry.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. I was like, is he eating another rat?
I know.
I was like, oh man, no, it's just a strawberry.
Yeah. Emperor Heart Challenger. Haste Prowess. Oh, it's just a very pseudo gruesome looking rat that's eating a strawberry. Very.
Yeah, on the hindsight, it looks like, at a glance, it looks like it's eating another creature, but it's just a strawberry.
Yeah.
It's not a very violent set,
Yeah,
which is fine.
I was like, yeah. So this one's pretty cool. It's a 2 mana, 2/2 haste prowess. Pretty good. I mean, if Monastery Whisper gets played for 1 less mana for 1 less, but yeah. So whenever it becomes a target of spell or ability, you control for the first time each turn, exile top card of your library until the end of turn you may play that card. That's pretty cool, especially in like mono red. Red, white, mice, and drafts probably be pretty strong, especially because you're going to be able to like accumulate such a large field. And
We have a Magic player that actually realizes there are more games than just Commander.
yeah. This is cool. So we got one of the season,
amazing.
one of the season cards. So these ones are cool because essentially they give you like tickets, and you can spend the tickets as you want. So you get 5 of these paw prints, and you can choose modes up to that much. So this one's pretty cool. I think if you just spent 3 this first one, and 2 this one's pretty good. So you do each player sacrifices a creature, and then a double paw one does is a draw a card for each creature you control that died this turn. So if you have like a very sackable field, you just like, everyone's gonna sack 3 creatures. Then we do the second one because you resolve from top to bottom, and then you would just draw 3 cards for 5 minutes. Not bad. I mean, Playcrafter's 3 mana by itself. Flashback Marauders 3 mana. For 2 more mana, you can just do a board wipe, but if you're controlling the board state really well, you don't have to worry too much. This card's pretty awesome, and also kind of shows you the giant looming elemental creatures in the back. So this is like a hound that's on fire, and you have a little mouse here trying to hide for from it. So yeah, pretty cool. Last card is Festival of Embers.
Ooh.
5-mana enchantment during your turn. You may cast instant sorceries from your graveyard by paying 1 life in addition to their cost. Not bad. It's like kind of gives like a pseudo From the Breach feel to it. If a card or token that we put into your graveyard from anywhere, it's exiled. So I guess you can't definitely do it like Underworld Breach, not Underworld Breach. I'm blanking on it. But that's cool.
Yeah, people don't have. It's surprising people don't have that hindsight. Like Lorcana's a relatively new card game, but like I'm part of a Facebook group. And people are like, "Why is this card so bad?" And it's like, I'm like, it's for sealed. And they're like, "What's sealed?" I'm like, "It's for draft." And like, "What's draft?" I'm like, "It's when you buy 5 packs, you have to make a deck."
Yeah.
Like they have to include those cards, otherwise the set will not function correctly.
I think like the reason why Magic does as well as it does because it does have the plethora of different, formats.
Well, also like when you do a pre-release, they can't just buy a box; they have to buy the pre-release and then draft, right? That's basically what it is, right?
Duplicate.
Is that what it is? Never done a pre-release for Magic.
So pre-release, usually for our pre-releases, we do a sealed. Sealed is you get X amount of packs.
Yeah.
Make
sealed.
a deck.
So you do draft.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then draft is you get packs and you open a pack, pass it around, then open another pack.
I
pass it
like
around.
sealed and draft. I think they're just fun formats.
Yeah, because it's kind of puts everyone on level playing field. I mean, sealed could be a little bit more, so you have better pulls overall than you. Draft, you do have to get the right cards out of it, and there's more thoughts. So you could gather information like, well, I just get a lack of, let's say, red or white cards being passed to me from my right. Then I pass this way, I keep getting red whites over here. So you can assume those players over there are probably playing red white. Aren't playing red white and the guys over
there's
to your right.
there's huge strategy to it. Yeah, it's wild as you start getting your cards, and you get value out of it too. Like I don't like the tournaments where you have to pay like a $40 entry fee and get nothing. Like you have a chance to win a fetch land or something, but like you don't get packs for it. It's just you pay $40
so
to enter, and that's it. Yeah.
I know for on release we're doing a draft for this set, and we're doing a win a box. So first place is going to win a whole play booster box. Of this.
I mean, if you're local, Beard and Glove, we're at the Sword and Board Ucala, California.
He just said he's in England.
Oh, you're not local. Well, you could fly all the way out here.
Yeah, all the way to California.
Well, that would make sense because like we're in the middle of the workday for like most of our country, so he's in the evening, late evening.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, hopefully there's some fun local game stores near you. Fly me, I wish. This one, whenever it enters, you may forge. If you do, draw a card, forge, exile top 3 cards to your graveyard, sacrifice food. So this one's cool because with the whole exiling cards from top of the graveyard, which means you're not onto your graveyard. Coarseberry Cultivator, very squirrel. As if though it had flying.
Right, but if the keyword says it can only be blocked by creatures with flying, can you still block?
No, because I think it's checking for a keyword.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Whoa, awesome. There's an amazing store over here that does massive pre-release with giant prize for... Oh, damn, top 20. Yeah, top 20 is pretty good. Usually... renowned in the game for... Hey, prize supports. I mean, some games definitely help you more than others. Likely, Magic can be more on the generous side with like prize support from time to time. I know they have the promo packs, and plus they have the like store championship stuffs and things like that. Again, like the end of August, we're doing a store championship for Bloomburrow because the whole standard rotation and everything. That's where you get the textless Urza Saga, plus the Shark Typhoon off the arts. There's a lot of fun, cool things coming up for Magic, especially if you're really into like the premier formats, Standard, Pioneer, Modern. This into the most, especially Modern, got a real big shakeup. Standard's getting a big shakeup. Pioneer is pretty standard. Do they still? Not for Magic anymore. I don't believe they've been really focusing on their Sword Championship cards. Even so much so they've been even like spreading the wealth on like Judge promo cards as well. But there's a lot of fun things. But I know if you do larger events like actual sanctioned like GPs and stuff like that, they do have ones. Because I know there was one not that far south from us. They had a partnership and they had one of my favorite artists. They had a playmat that they did, which was pretty cool. So they usually do that, which is they work with Wizards to get an extended art version of it so they could print on a playmat without being overly pixelized. The last one was, I think, Vraska joins up for Outlaws with an Injunction. It's pretty cool. But those ones are usually just entry things you get with a bundle. They don't really do first place things as much. Go back to these cards, though.
Oh, you went up to they don't do that. I don't think you don't do that here. You do it for Lorcana though, but not the
Yeah,
not
Lorcana,
Magic.
because luckily Lorcana has not hit the point. There's things like Star City Games, stuff like that, where they do larger events, but they also keep things. There's different like brackets. Like this tournament will have this. Next stage up will be this, and you get buys of wins to larger events. We are going to have outside of our store championships. There's PTQs, like preliminary tournament qualifiers, that gets you buys into bigger tournaments. Eventually, you take that, and then if you do well, you get your chance to get into worlds and stuff like that. Eventually, I would imagine like Lorcana, other different TCGs will eventually get to the point where they'll start doing like play your locals. Your locals get you to the regionals.
Yeah, they'll have to do that because the thing like they're having massive issues with their Vegas event right now, just because they can only fit 4,000 and like 10,000 people want to go.
Yeah,
so it's wild.
there's cool things. So and also a lot of game stores to do a lot of. The MTG scene in the U.S. is so much more big. I mean, I know it varies from different things. Like even in America, from like East Coast to West Coast. I know Yu-Gi-Oh has its own popular playing style, and of course, from community to community, you'll just definitely see different popular like TCGs arise. Like I know here we have, of course, Magic's our biggest. We also have Lorcana. It's pretty popular. We just had a store championship for that. And then, of course, there's within the formats within the TCGs that kind of expand. Of course, Commander is very, very popular. I know a city just south of us had a big Commander event. So there's a lot of different things. That, luckily, the plethora of different formats give opportunities for people wanting to play in events. But, oh yeah, I think your local game stores will have a lot of fun things. And the good thing, just keep supporting as much as you can to local game stores because... of course, creative input like, hey, we really enjoy this format, or we like this thing, and we want to see more of this. And luckily, most local game stores will take that in consideration because we want to try to, grow communities as big as we can. Doesn't matter where in the world. And the good part, Wizards is pretty good at giving prize support and stuff like that. And of course, you have your local judges and everything. Yeah, it's a lot of fun things. Especially this set's gonna be really fun. Patchwork banners. Enters name of creature type gets +1/+1, and tests for any mana. So it's very much like a lot of these other little banner cards. Mudflat Village. So this one tests for only black, colorless, but only for colored mana for creature spells, and you pay 2, tap it, sacrifice it, return bat, lizard, rat, scroll from your graveyard to your hand. And they got another one, the Flood Swamps. And this is the first rare. Okay, another Wizard Otter.
So do you like the card? That card has value.
Yeah. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's the first instant sorcery you cast this, or the first otter you cast this turn, other than this, you may have. Oh, and we should be back. I think, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something. The internet spiked.
Yeah.
Sorry, again, we're on Wi-Fi. We don't have really an option. Yeah. My favorite option is comments is like, we'll plug in. It's like, well, we can't. We need a 500-foot EV cable that people will be stepping over, and it's not good.
Yeah. Whenever cast a non-creature spell with mana value less than Poly's power, draw a card. That's cool. Good draw outlet.
Yeah, went to the good pile.
Someone's watching Game of Thrones again. Yeah, probably here. Hopefully not. Coiling Rebirth. Okay, gift a card. Target opponent. Return target creature from your graveyard to battlefield. If it was a gift, if it was a legendary creature, create a copy of it. That's pretty cool. 5 mana is a lot, but if you let someone draw a card, you get an additional card. Not bad. We got Wick with the alter art of it. That's kind of cool. If you like your snails, this card.
The cool. Snails.
Yeah, but even looks more like a snail in this art too. Cold. Not really many Grixis rat cards, but that's a new option. And the last card for this one is Thorn Vault Forger. So 2 mana, 2/2, test for green. And then add 2 mana of any color combination. Not bad if you exile top 3 cards to graveyard. And you can pay 4, tap, search your library for a scroll, reveal it, and put it in your hand. Not bad. Bushy bud. Okay. And of course, the token that this thing's going to be really cool. All right, we're almost done with this. I'm probably going to go to like the bundles.
We'll go to but they call it a fat. It used to be called a fat pack. They don't call it that anymore.
Yeah.
Probably for sensitivity reasons.
Yeah. You're like, what do you call them? Like, oh,
Sorry, it's just what I'll call them. Just like I will never call the Imperial Guard Astra Militarum. There will be the Imperial Guard.
Oh,
until,
yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I was raised.
Oh, yeah.
The Imperial Guard. That's what they're called.
Yeah, no, yeah. Trust me. There's a lot of Warhammer stuff that I've like constantly like, oh, it's just a battle. I mean, Adeptus Sorority.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah.
Mainly because Games Workshop, I believe, lost a lawsuit and they had to switch everything.
Because like the lawsuit was, I remember this because I followed it religiously. It was that like you can't copyright High Elf. It was too generic.
Yeah.
Like they wanted to copyright all these basis things. And it's just
Yeah.
like no. That was when they were at a little low point then too. They were like having hard times. All right.
Beginning of cube.
Sinister Monolith.
Each one loses life, you gain life. Not bad. And you pay 2 life, sacrifice it, draw 2 cards, activate on sorcery. It's not bad per se. It's 4 mana is a lot. But again, for limited format's pretty good. Sugarcoat. Okay, from this one. 3 mana flash, enchantment, target creature or food. Enchanted creature becomes a food token.
Dude, you got Majaboo. Where's Majaboo in the set?
I know, pretty much. This one gives me like Strongville's like Imprison the Moon type card, so I feel like the commander players might like this card. Like, hey, it's a food now.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
like
really
the art's
cool.
pretty cool on it. Oh, repel
Calamity?
That's what I was trying to say. Eventually, it came to me.
Chlamydy.
Yeah.
Chlamydity. Chlamydia?
No.
Repel chlamydia?
So this one, So this is showing the fact that there are big creatures, but there are all these like elemental creatures. And I didn't say that.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait, what? Wait.
Our mispronunciation of a word.
But like, you know, like, it's funny, it's because I've discovered,
Oh, you can imprison into food, yeah.
I've discovered that you can, there are companies that just make proxies of cards that do the same thing, but they're called differently. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Magic loves that.
Yeah.
I mean, like an Avenger Captain America card or whatever.
Teapot Slinger. Whenever you expend 4 mana, it deals 2 damage each opponent. It's not bad. Fortunately, he costs 4 mana, so you expend.
Oh, that's the cat. That's our first cat.
It's a raccoon.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah, it's
Swan.
got a little, yeah, it does. It does look like a cat though. He's a
Salvation
menace.
Swan. This one, yeah, we got this one earlier. We got the boardless one. It's cool. So many wings on this thing. Yeah, he enters, he exils something, and then he comes back with a flying counter. Oh, Sword of the Squeak. Not Square of the Meek, Square of the Squeak. I mean,
There's cat raccoons, there's trash pandas, trash cats.
there's a lot of these duos in the commons and uncommons section that are, like, you look at it and it says rat, otter. I'm like, what's that? And you're like, oh, it's a rat and an otter. Okay, they're just a duo partners. This one gets +1/+1 for each creature you control power or toughness 1. So little small creature deck. Whenever a hamster, mouse, rat, or squirrel you control enters the battlefield, you may have it attached to it. That's pretty cool. Very Sword of the Meek-ish, but commander version of it. Oh, this one. So, 5 mana, you may gift them a card. Destroy all creatures. If the card was gifted, return a creature that was put into the graveyard to your graveyard this way and back to the battlefield. So it's not bad. You let them draw a card. Oh, you don't get them. Yeah, it's kind of good, I guess. Another Squirrel Mom, but this one non-foil. Looks pretty cool. And then the last one is Foundation.
Ooh.
So it's foily. I'm trying to get like the card. So tap for colors. Pay 2 tap, sacrifice a token, draw a card. Pay 3 tap, pay a life. Create a blue fish token, or you make a treasure token. That's interesting. I wouldn't say it's like anything super amazing, but it's fine.
What's the equivalent to a UK raccoon? Because like there's always an animal that's similar.
A lot of foxes, he says.
We have foxes here. I've seen some. Yeah. Well, we have gray foxes out here. They're kind of cool. I didn't realize we had them out here.
Here's one of the duos. It's a rabbit mouse. I'll get it in frame, I guess. Take out the trash. Cool. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control a raccoon, instead, instead, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. So it has like a little loot effect in it.
Yeah, it says the only reason they exist in Europe is because of accidental release.
Nice.
So.
Finch formation. That's cool. Offspring pay 3, make it 1/1.
Oh, you have badgers. We have them out too. They're much rarer, I think, in out here for us. We don't need no badgers.
Yeah, Cinder Cut.
Because there you any sneaking badgers.
Just with a 1/1 counter if an opponent lost life turn. It's not bad. You may pay 1 in a hybrid Rakdos. Cut 3 against Menace on the turn. Not bad. Tree Guard Duo. This is a Frog Rabbit. Enters.
Lizard Assassin. When do we play Flip It or Rip It?
Flip it or rip it. Well, I guess with our packs, I guess.
That would be cool, dude. If we did that, we gotta find like a super rare pack and do that and watch people just freak out.
We're doing Flip and Rip It with
Beta boosters.
Beta. I'm like, what?
What? Just sell the pack, you idiot. Trade it for a house. Trade it for several houses.
Yeah. Tidecaller Mentor.
Flip and rip. Yeah, he likes it. I was talking about the format. I just found that format like a couple months ago, and it was hilarious. Tidecaller Mentor.
Oh, Heartfire Hero. This one's pretty cool. It's 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever it becomes target spell ability, you put a 1 counter for the first time each turn. And then when it dies, it just deals damage to an opponent for equals how much power it has. It's pretty cool. This Forest, and this is the first rare. It's going to be a Heartborn Battler. It's a 3 mana, 2/3 haste. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, this does 2 damage to that opponent. Not bad.
I think a stream of that would be amazing.
Oh, $60 Termaglyph. Well, luckily Termaglyphs went down then a bunch.
It's an economy.
I was confused. Like, what was this? Oh, it's Domri. It's the one from War of the Spark. Creatures get +1 attack. You pay 1, take it up 1, get a red or green mana, spend on creatures, and the other ones to have creatures fight. Yeah. Poor Termaglyphs. We got Nether Ghosts now, so it's cheaper. As our Beastbinder. That's really pretty on this one. Can't be blocked by creature. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. When it attacks up to 1 artifact, creature, or planeswalker opponent control loses all their abilities until next turn. If it's a creature, it also has base power 2 or less, or 2/2 until next turn. Not bad. Yeah, poor Glyph. Oh, cool. One of the Altar ones. This is the spring version, I think, of it. So this one also comes in 4 different seasons. It's pretty neat. That's cool, the second one. The last card of the pack is... Oh, Secluded Courtyard. Oh, this is one of the guest cards. That's pretty cool. Looks pretty. I like it. It has like a whole little village. It's awesome. The last pack for this one.
Last for the collector booster. Are these still $30 retail? Or sorry, they don't have a retail.
Yeah.
Do you guys charge $30 for them?
I think they're 27. They keep the main issue is for your local game stores is that prices are very inconsistent between set to set for Magic.
It depends the card set,
yeah.
the chase card, that kind of stuff. The IP. You know what I mean? Like I would expect the Marvel collector boosters to go for like $50, $60 probably.
Yeah, I mean, they've had some pretty pricey ones for Saver. I like the art on this one. You can see like a squirrel faintly in the background of the eyeball. It's -2, -2, and you create a food token. Not bad. Then you got Fountainport Bell.
Oh, it's a predator looking at a prey.
Yeah, enters, you may search your library for a basic land, villain, put on top. Interesting, not amazing. 4 mana lets you put a land on top of your decks. Cool. We saw this one earlier. Daring Wave Rider. It's a wizard otter, supply distance when you cast instant sorceries. Enters, you may cast an instant sorcery mana 4 or less from your graveyard, and then you exile it. That's cool. These Marvel collector packs are, they're going to be pretty good. I just wonder what they decided to do. I mean, so of course I know this Friday there's a new Deadpool movie, so that is really well. It'd be kind of weird to introduce Deadpool. It's just very, very meta. But I did like the new Monty Python secret layer that just released. It's pretty cool. Blooming Blast.
They usually make a lot of the secret layers, right? Because
Yeah.
they just only make them for a certain limited time, but they make a ton. Like,
Wear down. Gift card, destroy target artifact or enchantment. If you gift it, if it was promised, it's a destroy 2. Plains. That's the winter one. First rare, Byway Barterer. It's a raccoon. So 3 mana, 3/3 menace. Whenever you spend your 4th mana, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 2. Keep going. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was going to say, because, the base One Ring from Lord of the Rings, over here, at least, it's about $100 if you get the pack normal one. If you get the bundle One Ring, it's going to be a lot. So, hopefully they kind of don't make something really strong, but or also, I wouldn't be totally upset if they somehow made the Affinity Gauntlet like the One Ring, just
the same
reword
wording,
it.
just different picture. And,
Yeah, just to
different
lower
time.
the price of it, because if you play Modern and you're, let's say you're playing like just Gaia Control right now, yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I'm really excited to see it. The Assassin's Creed set was like a decent one to show from like what they can do for like playability and also what formats to make it legal in. Because I know like the Fallout one is popular. If you got one, that'd be kind of cool. Hopefully, they don't do like a cheap cop out and just do the gauntlet already exists, the power gauntlet that lets you choose a color and reduce. That'd be whatever.
Yeah, 5 colors, 5 stones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. So this one's a 5 mana 5/5 Menace Trample Reach. Squirrels control have tap target squirrel gets +2/+2 in a turn, and trample. I'll activate only sorcery. Whenever one or more squirrels you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It's interesting. Definitely adds a lot more to the squirrel travel. We got another Camila. Not full this time.
Okay, cool. The postcard moved, but it took them an hour.
Yeah.
Those mods are slacking over there on Magic.
Season of this one. I want the base version of this. Because why Becker did this, the normal version. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, this is one of the ones that you could get essentially 5 paws and you can spin them. This one lets you draw cards. So essentially, you can pay 6 mana and draw 5 cards. Pretty cool. Or you can do a whole bunch of other options. But yeah, this one's a fun one, especially if you like the options. Oh, that's cool. This one's interesting. It has like almost like a schematic art from like some older sets because it has like the drawing of the eye back here. And this is one of the predator like animals. It's a dragon, bird dragon. So 5 mana, 5/5 flying. It's pretty standard. Then when it enters or attacks, exile top X cards your library, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. You may play those cards until the end of your next end step. At the beginning of your next end step, it does 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still in exile. So, if you have a lot of pitchable cards, let's say like a lot of lands and whatnot, it can do some damage. For the good part for just by it base, it's gonna be 5 mana 5/5. It gets to exile top card of your deck, and then if you don't use it, you just hit him for 2. It's pretty neat, but of course it has to stick around for a turn. Oh, sorry. All right, that was the last one for the first Collector Booster box. So now we got the bundle, which has all the cool odds and ends. You have some basic lands, 9 packs, the promo card, and there's a die right there. But yeah, we'll get to this one.
Oh, this is the bundle. The bundle.
To break up the little thing, and so you can see what a normal play booster looks like comparatively to collectors. That's cool. Look at the art on this.
Why do they call it a life spin down counter instead of a D20?
Because a 20-sided die, a normal 20-sided die is supposed to be, the polar opposite is supposed to be, it's always equal 21, so it should be 20 to 1, to 19 and 2, and so on and so forth. This one, all the numbers are numerically next to each other.
To make it easier to turn down.
Yeah, so this is the die. It's pretty cool. I like it. It has like a nice gold look to it. It has a set symbol in it. But yeah, it goes 20, 19, all the way down to 1. Oh, that's cool. The one they put a paw on it.
What is this for? What is that for?
They give a lot of tokens in case you want like a divider for it, I think.
Oh, okay, that's clever.
It's cool. It has a little art in it. That's pretty neat. Lifespan downs in order so you can use it. Yep. Even though if you have someone that bumps the table, it won't help too much. Yeah. Like the most people here, we usually play with the pin and pad. And also, we have these things called boogie boards we sell here that are really good for keeping track of life and everything. Also, this is a good part. Now we can just go to normal pack opening. Play boosters. Of course, we don't have any value boosters. But all these cards we've seen plenty of, if not like too many of already. I'll quickly go through these. We get a funny one you see is.
See what all the fuzz is about. I see what they did there.
Yeah, I know some people, especially when it comes to like, oh yeah, this one's really good. I know I have friends that have like the original ones that came out like the Commander anthology thing, and then of course they did the one for All We Won, the gift bundle with the Phyrexian like Elshnorn colored one. Okay. So yeah, most of these cards we've seen already. So the first rare is going to be Hired Claw. It's a 1-mana 1/2. Whenever you attack with one or more lizards, it does 1 damage to target opponent. Not bad. You pay 2 mana, put 1 counter on it. Activate only if opponent's lost life. It's pretty simple, especially this. The good part is not sorcery, so if you attack trigger before blocks. Oh, you got that one. Awesome. Yeah. This card I like a lot. This one I feel like could be really mean, especially in like a Pioneer deck. If you like do like Rakdos Sacrifice, so you can reduce the cost by this by sacrificing non-land permanents, and then when it enters or attacks, you put a blight counter on it, and each opponent loses 4 life unless they sacrifice some things, which again, or discard a card. So this card I feel like could be useful, especially if you make a lot of like food tokens, stuff like that. You just have to sacrifice this on non-food. I think this one is pretty solid. And also just having to spend essentially 1 mana for a 6/6. Not bad either. Got a 4 land. And the 4 was Little Rabbit. That's not bad for play booster. These ones open so much easier than the collectors. They're just made of a thicker packaging. So again, all these cards are pretty standard. I guess it's nice seeing these cards non-foil after looking on them foiled for so long.
And filler and draft and draft and draft and draft and sealed. Oh, that's a good one. There you go. I saw him go to the right. There we go.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder what makes this card. Little moth. What's this? It's Luminous Moth. It's a new art style they did. Good part. Luckily, this should be going pretty quickly now. Oop. Sonic Strike. War Squeak. Seapot Squire. Pawn Prophet.
These are a lot different when they're not all foil.
Yeah. Also, there's a difference between like different printing. So if you like are a fan of getting your cards signed, Japanese printed cards have like almost like a weird film on them that makes it kind of.
Hey, guys. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. The rare for this is going to be a Mist Breath Elder. Beginning of your upkeep, return target creature you control to its owner's hand. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on it. Otherwise, return it back to your hand. So it makes sense. It's a 1 mana 2/2. So that's me downside. And I got another rare. For Common Good. Yeah, funny enough, we pulled this one earlier. Sorry about that. Duos. So many duos on this set. Hunger. Pretty much gonna go to we hit the rare. Rare down. Okay. Trash Tactician. It's a legendary raccoon warrior. At the beginning of your first main phase, you get 1 red or green for each raccoon you control. And then when you expend 4, you gain 3 life. And then when you expend 8, exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn, when you cast those cards. That's not bad for 3 mana.
Trash Warrior.
Then a lizard.
Trash Wizard? Yes.
Trash man. Yeah, very. Well, the carrot cake is a fun one. 3-tree mascot. So another changeling, but some mana dorks. It's kind of cool. Mind Whiskers. One of the class cards. 2 mana. Each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. At the beginning of each level up once. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player has fewer cards than you in their hands. They lose life. Okay. One or fewer. That's pretty cool. And then if you level up to 3rd, at the beginning of your draw draw an additional card for each opponent that has less than 1 card. That's pretty cool. I feel like in like a rack deck, this would be pretty cool. Dour Port Mage. Whenever one or more other creatures you control leave the battlefield without dying, draw a card. So like good flicker mechanics.
Oh, Beer and Glove was talking about the raised foils.
Oh, raised foils?
That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's the gold borders ones he was talking about, or they were talking about.
Yeah. Sure. Duos. Take out the trash. Of course, there's a raccoon on it. Duo.
Watch when I get my demo set. Like you're gonna pull all raised foils, and you pulled 0.
Yeah.
I'll pull like 5.
I call this card again. It's pretty cool.
Now we're going real fast because we've
Yeah.
seen most of them.
Yeah.
Now we're speed loading.
Yeah. Most stuff's gonna be If anybody has any questions about any of the cards, I'll definitely go over them again. But
Yeah, we'll go over our hits at the end too.
yeah.
We should go through the collector booster much faster now.
Yeah.
Since we've read everything.
You probably just could skip through
Is this
most
the promo? Oh, those are the foil lands.
Yeah, there's a promo on one of them.
Are these the
Where's-
full ones? Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tinder Wild Guide, Offspring 2, attach for a mana of any color, or put it on one counter entire creature. Or on this creature. It's not bad. 4. Go from there. Got 2 more play boosters left, and then back to collectors again. Hopefully try to go for more raises. Or try for a raise.
Yeah, you didn't pull 1. Not 1.
I know.
The enchanted ratio is just as bad, apparently.
Yeah. More stuff. I think this pack's almost a 1-for-1 from the last pack I opened. Rabbit and all. Thunder Trap Trainer. Okay. Offspring for a high offspring cost. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may roll a non-creature, non-land card from amongst them and put it into your hand. For rest and bottom. So I guess for 6 mana, you're going to draw 2 cards, but look at the top 8 cards of your deck. Not bad. Alright, and this is the last play booster before we go back to collectors.
Ooh, a rare in the left pile. You hate to see it.
I guess I might have accidentally slid it over there.
Oh, wait, okay. I was like, oh, you hate to see it. Oh, bad trash rare is not great. Trash.
Trash. Problem is, like, some of these cards are so new that you can, like, this looks like great, then, like, this deck's placed top 8 in regional. Like, okay.
It's funny because, like, I mean, I'm familiar with Magic, but, like, I haven't played really competitively in, like, a decade. But, like, Patrick will tell me about his deck, and I'm understanding, like, 1 out of every 3 cards he names.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what's that? Explain what that does. Hold on. What does that
You
do?
got the white season. That's pretty cool. This one is create rabbit tokens, exile target non-land permanent, or the third one's return target permanent with mana value 3 or less from graveyard to battlefield with an indestructible counter. It's pretty cool.
Wait, what did you get? What season?
It's a season of Burrow. So there's one for each color, but this one is...
Oh, the season of white. The most privileged color
Yeah.
of this Magic set, apparently. No, it's okay, man. It's a casual stream. You can talk. You can... If you could get Cody to actually pull some good cards, that would be really great. I mean, where's all the raised foils?
Are you more than 1 box hit?
This is our second collector with bucks.
No raised foils?
We got some cool cards, but no raised foils yet now.
No raised foils yet.
Well, hopefully this is where it changes.
Oh, hey, that's actually the owner. That's actually the owner, Bream Glove.
Yeah.
That's Casey. He's the owner of the
Yeah.
store.
All right, here's another collector booster box. All 12 packs. All right. Luckily, we get past most of the commons and commons. So.
Right, it's a new track back. Here we go. Hey, do we want to open these or not?
I guess you want to look at the promo on this one.
You just want to see that if it comes in foil, right? The seasons, because these are the seasons cards.
Maybe. Ooh. You can take a look at this one. So this is the promo card, which is the Thunder Trap Trainee. Yeah, these come foil. So looks like they come with only the spring of it, and then there's some unique alternate art, like ones. So nothing super crazy.
So
but
not the seasons. Oh, they are the seasons up there. This is
They-
the foil ones.
I
And
think
these are just non-foil.
Yeah.
So I'll put those over there.
Fish. All right, let's get rid of some of these cards real quickly. So you got a duo, elder,
Dude, that looks like allergy season for me, man. That
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
awful.
warden, shape changer. Oh yeah, polywall. Gets cheaper for each frog you control.
Right, time for flipping rip it after this. Here we go.
Rip it. Hope not.
The raised foil. No, we lost. Everyone lost. But our viewership skyrocketed.
Yeah. I guess so. Then this should be a big. Jeez, I didn't need to relearn how to count. So we got this one. Now this should be your rares. So starting off with the Elder, the one that returns itself if you don't return a creature. It's a 2 mana 1/1 or 1 mana 2/2. So we got Prosperous Bandit. So it's 1 mana, make a token of it. It's a 2 mana, 3 mana 2/2 first strike. Whenever this creature does combat damage to player, create that mini tap treasure token. It's not bad. Tap's not as good as normal. Got another one of these trainers.
Oh,
and
nice. Nice extended art.
You got the new showcase done. Pretty cool.
Showcase art, excuse me.
Oh, that's
Showcase
cool.
extended, I can't even.
This is one like,
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Oh, no, trust me.
Arcana. There's so many names.
there's Magic that's like just ran with it, like the different types. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, search for.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a showcase, not extended. Oh, I'm sorry, Hasbro. I'm sorry. My bad.
That pack was like an alright pack.
Did you get the value of the pack back?
It's hard to tell.
It's
Probably
too
not.
early, right? Too
Yeah.
early in the set to tell.
Yeah, the set, like the pre-release hasn't even happened. Yeah, the Viper. Yeah, I think the Viper's cool, and I'm looking forward to like potentially running that in a deck maybe. Charger, Lizard, Shore Up. It's a cool reprint. One of the duos is the Rat Squirrel. Another frog. Long River Lurker. It's a frog scout. Other frogs have Ward 1, not bad. For frog decks. Red Bull's Mantle. Target creature gets +2/+2 to in turn. And after one other creature gets +1/+1. Not bad for 2 mana. Oh, class card. Enters making a sword token. That's cool.
Sword deck.
Yeah, sword. Bushy Bodyguard. Whenever it enters, you may forge. We do put 2/1 counters on it. Not bad. It can get big. And now for the rares. First rare. The rare tree lands are going to be. Yeah. We got one of the boardless ones. Another Mirabelle. We got every single version of that one. Oh, just one of the new commander cards. It's a Bird Bard. It's a Just Guy for 1/3. It gets +1, plus X+O, where X is the number of other creatures you control with power base 1. Creatures you control have. Okay, so all your creatures, when you cast them, pay 2 additional mana to make a copy token of it. It's not bad. So in Just Guy, you could do some really cool things. Again, the other version of Miss Breath Elder. It's interesting. Ooh, this is what I was looking for. I just wanted to get this one foil. It's one of my favorite artists, White Becker. I love this art. But this one's pretty cool. It has so many different options. So it's like, if you lost life this turn, it has Flying and Vigilance. If you gain life this turn, you put 1/1 counter on it. And then when it dies, you put all its counters on target creature control. And last card. Oh boy. What's this one we're looking at? Queen the Meddler. Okay. Tap each opponent. Each player draws a card, and then each player who drew a card this way gains 1 life. Again, for these like group hug decks, this one is definitely in there. Oh, he's pulling a strawberry out of a hat. That's kind of cool. It's neat. I think for Super Friend decks, this one's going to be really popular. That was an interesting pack. I'm not sure what was like our potential big pulls out of it, but it looks fun. So, more of the duos. I've got Raider, High Stride. I like the art on this card. Junk Blade Bruiser. I like all the raccoons have trash or junk in their name. Otter Ball Antics, okay. Create a 1/1 red-blue otter with prowess. If this spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, you put a 1/1 counter on that creature. That's cool. Also has flashback. That's not bad. Sorry guys, the art on this card is pretty. I like it. Oh, the foil looks really good. X black. Look twice as X cards from the top of your library. Put cards from amongst them in your hand. The rest of it. That's pretty good. You lose X life.
Yeah, well, the tree land's like any land that does something other than being a basic land that's rare is going to be valuable, right? It's shock land, fetch land, does something weird, taps for 2, taps for 3, taps for either or. Like anything that's value on the table, right, is worth a lot because you can have for commander specifically, right? That's why you can throw me your commander deck.
Yeah, I mean also decks like premier formats like modern. You'll probably only run like 2 to 3 basic lands in your whole deck, and most of it's gonna be very high end, good, like rare lands usually. Communal Brewing. Oh well, this has a lot going on with it. 3 mana enchantment. When it's battlefield, any number of target opponents each draw a card and put an ingredient counter on Communal Brewing, and then put an ingredient counter on it for each card drawn this way. Okay. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of ingredient counters on it. It could be interesting. It's definitely that strong like group hug thing. That's why we just pulled a card earlier. Let's see what this one is. I like the art on this art. So 2 mana 2/2 death touch. Tap until end of turn. You may cast creatures from your graveyard by fortune in addition to paying its cost. If you cast a spell this way, the creature enters with a finality. Okay, that's interesting. Oh wow, Season of the Burrow. Oh wow, we got like the borderless foil of it. It's kind of cool. It's the white season. Oh, it's like a. I thought it was like a dragon. I'm pretty sure it's like a hound. Not bad. Just have to see how well these seasons get played.
Every rare though you've put to the right pile.
Yeah, because
so
it's hard
good.
to say that like.
Sometimes there's a rare that just goes on the left side, and you're like, oh, it's a 10-cent rare.
Yeah. Well, some of these cards might become the sunset rares, but as of release, because it hasn't released yet, it's hard to say.
Lorcana is Lorcana is an interesting card game because it's so new. It's like there'll be cards that go from 25 cents to $15. Like it's wild to see that.
Yeah, it was like Shmies that went up from like unreleased like nothing to now they're like people are actively looking for them.
Yeah,
not like really expensive, but just like
Queen's Castle was a 50-cent card a month ago. Now it's $15.
Yeah,
like that's just card games, man.
Yeah. So a lot. It's 3 mana flying double strike vigilance.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. Has a root herbalist. Got that. And this will be our first rare. Okay. People are looking into this card. It's one of the big elemental things. So its power and toughness equals to each land you control. And then when it enters, you mill 4 and you return all lands for graveyard back to the battlefield. So this is really cool for, it's a cool card. I think like decks like Windgrace would do really well with this just because you do a board wipe, destroy all lands, and you like flow all your mana to cast this guy, mill more, get more lands, return all your lands back. And like, all right, so I just destroyed all of our lands, but I have all my lands plus some back. And like, it's pretty mean. A lot of landfall triggers in this deck. This card's pretty cool. Oh, Billow Bard of the Brambles. Nice
That's a
one.
mouthful.
You know, it's a Raccoon Bard. During your turn, each non-equipment artifact, non-aura enchantment you control with mana value 4 or greater is a 4/4 elemental in addition, and its other types and it has indestructible haste. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's a lot.
That's a good commander card, though, when you think about it. If you make an attack
Yeah, it just
indestructible, like you can just keep. If you could find somebody to give them vigilance, like they just keep hitting things. You keep drawing cards.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, yeah, you really don't see too many. I mean, there's artifacts, so it's non-equipment artifacts and non-aura enchantments, which is usually what you pretty much run in these colors. Yeah, it's a pretty cool commander. But I think that's pretty neat, nonetheless.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool commander card.
Sun Spine.
Kitty.
Yeah, it's a Lynx. Yeah. Players can't get in life. That's pretty good. That's very on brand with the red. Damage can't be prevented. Pretty good. Whenever it enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. This punishes commander players heavily. It's pretty cool. I think that's a lot of options. It's also on a 4-mana and a 5/4. Oh, we got this one earlier with the full one. Yeah, it's tapping each person.
The corpse berry or whatever it is.
It's pulling out of a hat.
Oh.
It's a rabbit pulling something out of a hat.
It shouldn't be a person if it was their goal for the.
This card's cool. I like it. This also actually has landfall. So maybe 2 additional mana. So it's 1 mana, 1/2. Landfall whenever a land it controls creatures. This creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. It's pretty cool. Lizard decks too. I think it's pretty solid. You got that? Almost halfway done to this.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
Your pile is actually pretty good for good cards, right? For being an early set.
I tried to take a real big hit on the Thunder Junction, apparently. More duos.
I think I saw a clip on TikTok where the guy was like, he opened like $750 worth of Bond Horizons 3 and got like $200. And he was like, what? Like, did that just happen? Did I seriously not pull any bangers? Like,
Yeah. I mean, that's hard because this set's very...
gambling, man. It's gambling. It's that slot machine. You got it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like I just pulled this out in the middle of our case, so maybe. This is like dead center, so it was like two boxes in the center, so it was like 1, 2, then 2 in the middle, then so a case is 6 boxes. So if I don't get anything amazing, then you know that if you have access to choose from the case, probably don't choose the middle ones. But if it is, then remember it's the 2 middle ones. Curious Forager. Well, that's really pretty. I like the cool question. Can you convince your opponent that this is a snow-covered swamp? Maybe? Alright. Beast Binder. We saw this one earlier. This makes something. A creature, planeswalker, or artifact loses all ability, but if it's a creature, it also becomes a 2/2. It's not bad. Calamity of Cinders. Oh, it's Convoke, so the 7 mana cost could be much cheaper. So you kind of pay the difference with the creatures you're okay losing to destroy. It's alright. It's very situational. It's like almost like I'd rather just see a Blasphemous Act. Kidnap. Gift, enchant creature.
Kidnap, not kidnap.
Yeah.
Kidnap.
Whenever Kidnap enters battlefield, tap enchanted creature. If it was gift, it has 3 stun counters on it. They still have putting 3 stun counters on a lot of things. Like, I just don't want you to ever untap it.
What, stun counters?
A stun counters?
Oh, stun.
Yeah, stun, yeah. They just pretty much prevent your opponent from untapping it. This one's cool. It's Ojuchai's Dragon Speaker. This one gets played as partner. So people can run this, and like a lot of like CDH players love running partner commanders, so it's pretty neat. Ooh, Ink Eyes. That's pretty cool. This is
rad. Another
Kamigawa one, but it's full. There's some like Mad Max vibes, with like very white hair and the mask on it. That's pretty cool. I like it. That's pretty cool. I love when they do like the character itself is not foil, so everything else kind of sticks out. Pretty neat. All right, now we're halfway done with this box.
Not a single raised foil.
I know.
Shame.
Shame on you, Wizards. I'm just kidding. All right. Frill. All lizards. Let's go, because I want to build the lizard deck. Hidden Grotto. Oh, this thing, it's just a swarm of insects. Set 8 mana, 6/6, but it costs 1 less for each creature you own and exile in the graveyard. But realistically, a 1 mana, 6/6 Menace Death Touch, usually, when you're playing it. Season Winter Guard. We haven't seen the one white rare that has way too much text on it. No. Okay. First rare. Ooh. Dawn's Truce. Gift card. You and permanents control gain hexproof until end turn. If you also gifted it, your permanents also get indestructible. Not bad for 2 mana. 30% chance? Okay. So, opening 2 booster boxes, 24 packs. There's a chance, maybe? Let me find out what was the next card. Gift an extra turn. Wow. For 6 mana, giving your opponent an extra turn has to be something really good. Create 4 2/2 bird tokens with flying. If it was gifted, all permanents control phase out, and then until your next turn, your life cannot be changed, and you get protection from everything. Okay, it makes sense. So it's like a instant I'm out, and your opponent gets an extra turn.
So for every 3.6% chance, so that's every 360 packs you're guaranteed one? Is that how that works? Am I mathing correctly?
Let's see.
3.6% chance to get it. So how many packs do you need to open to
We'll see
get it?
if 1 pack out of 20 would be 5%. I mean, there's a chance per pack. Yeah, of course it's all per pack. Like, I've seen people like, oh, it's...
That's like 100. That's like 90 something. Like 90 something packs. Yeah.
It used to be, I mean, what was the one in Amonkhet? They had the Invocation cards. There were one in every case, and so a case had 6 booster boxes, which is 36 packs each. So
right.
You're opening a lot.
I always tell people, like, if you're buying a card game just to invest, I'd recommend against it, especially if it's newer, because all it takes is one gift set to make your $200 card a $5 card. Like, that's all it takes.
Yeah. Yeah, the masterpieces. Yeah. Those things, were absurd, but, I've seen them. And eventually they got pulled. I know at one point, I think that Soaring was worth more than the Mana Crypt from Keldesh. That's a lot of fun stuff. But, yeah, well, the Marvel set, hopefully they do a bigger print run of it so it doesn't feel as scarce as some previous sets. Like the Assassin's Creed and Fallout one for the universes. Luckily, they did really well with the Lord of the Rings ones.
Lord of the Rings did very well for them. Mm-hmm. Fallout did very well for them.
Assassin's Creed, it's only been like 2.5 weeks it's been out, so.
But there's that card, right, that comes out in the set that everyone wants. Like that makes it high chase. Even if it's not a raised foil or a serialized card. Mm-hmm. Fallout has serialized cards. I'm not into it as much as you are, but I haven't seen anything in the Assassin's Creed set FF people chasing it. I haven't seen booster boxes on sale.
There was a decent amount of reprints in it. Okay, so the first one's Thunder Trap Trini. I've seen that a lot. Yeah,
collector boosters is like high. That's like, what do they call that? Those are the high roller tables for gambling and Magic. I feel as the collector boosters.
Yeah, 20-toed toad. Okay, your maximum hand size is 20. When you attack with 2 or more creatures, put a 1/1 counter on 20-toed toad and draw a card. Whenever 20-toed toad attacks, you win the game. There's 20 or more counters on this 20, and if you have 20 or more cards in your hand, or if you have 20. So, interesting.
That's an interesting commander card.
Yeah.
Just draw cards, get cards in your hand. Like, just try, don't even have to do anything. Just draw cards,
Look what's the alternative of it. Corey.
Say it again. What's it called? 20?
Oh, 20-toed toad. I felt like in the very whimsicalness of this thing, of course there's a lot of these weird alliterations and tongue twisters. I think it was the bard was the brambling raccoon boisterous bard and whatever does this, does something.
Sadly sells seashells by
Yeah.
the seashore.
Yeah. Okay, we got another Dragonhawk. This one's pretty cool. We saw it earlier. And the last card of its pack. Oh, talk about gold.
You did it! We did it!
You got the Liliana.
We got the raised foil Liliana.
Yeah.
We did it, finally. We had to open 24. That's 40 packs?
Wow, these are really pretty. I'm not sure, like, the foiling on this is really clean.
We hit it. Yeah, raised foil. They're called raised foil
raised foil.
on TCG Player.
Yeah. That's really pretty, for sure. Let's clip that. Yeah.
Nicely. One
So-
chase. Yeah, I'll go get a thing for that.
Yeah,
Hold on.
like I said, I pulled these out of the center of a case, so if you happen to have your choice of a pick of a lot, and you have enough money to throw at 2 collector booster boxes, yeah. Yeah, I know there's a lizard. Yeah. I think for me personally, I've seen so many cards. I've like held so many Alpha, Beta, Power 9 cards before. Like, it's exciting, but I know, kind of bragging a little bit, but no. It's also, I've seen so many people freak out and like throw cards around. No, just appreciating the art. It's really pretty. I like it. It's really clean.
There you go. Put that in the case later, just so you have something to protect it.
Yeah.
The chase cards. We got one.
Yeah.
We did it.
Again, better than my previous one. Yeah, I know, right? One of those are more playable than others. Like, unless you're playing Time Twister, don't really have many options for playing it. Like, I played this. Yeah, got a squirrel. You can actually see it now that's in the sleeve. The foiling's pretty cool in it. It's really pretty. It really sticks out. Yep.
That goes in its own pile, folks.
Yeah.
Not to the left or the right. Its own.
Hopefully, just listen and learn. Now, the real question: can we pull 2 of them? No.
That would be rad. Oh, the snail.
Oh yeah,
The snail.
just so to explode.
Yeah, I don't. It's funny. It's one of those weird Disney rules. Well, like, why can Ariel talk to Flounder but not the shark? It's anything that's a predator, I guess, can't talk in the Disney movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all these things talk us up. But like, if this thing came to you, he probably couldn't talk to you. Probably just apparently breathe fire at you because it's a dragon bird. I also like the things like when the thing actually has 2 creature typings in one thing. It's bad more times than not. Like, oh, it's a cat elemental. Must be pretty bad. That's awesome. I'm excited to see that we got one of the full cards after finding out, thanks to Bearded Glove, doing the statistic research on what the chance of pulling it is. Lily Pad Village. Just fail 2. Only control those creature types. It's pretty cool. Stormcatch Mentor. Another Prowess card. It's actually not bad. I know, like, modern with like Ruby Storm. See some cool things. Fabled Passage. First rare. Next one's going to be Echoing Assault. It's a little tiny mouse. Creature tokens you control have menace. Whenever you attack a player, choose non-token creatures that it's attacking that player. Create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1. The token enters play tapped and attacking. Sacrifice at the beginning of your next turn. So that's pretty cool. Dusk Star Augur.
Oh, cool. Showcase art or whatever.
Yeah. So it's a 3 mana 2/3 flying. You can pay 1 additional back to make a 1/1 version of it. At the beginning of your end upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card in your hand. You lose life. Oh, okay. So it's very much like a Dark Confidant, but for 4 mana you get 2 of them. That's not bad on a flyer. Oh, Teferi, the one everybody hates.
Nobody likes the fairy?
The main reason is this first ability right here. Each opponent can only cast things at sorcery speed. So if you're a very interactive player, like a blue player that wants to counter things, counter spells unfortunately don't work at sorcery
So you can make
speed.
a command. Oh, can't you be a commander?
See, we might have some person that doesn't really like
Kill the
Teferi.
fire. Can you play a commander? I'm gonna make a commander deck.
Take it out back. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure you probably played against plenty of Teferis or seen it. It got banned out of certain formats too. It's really annoying. There's also another card that's pretty annoying from the same set, originally from War of the Spark. It's going to be Karn the Great Creator. It's a horrible luck you have to do. Yeah. No, I've played against this card plenty of times. And I remember back in Standard and when Dominaria, the original one, and War of the Spark was united, you would see Baby Teferi. A couple turns later, you would see Big Teferi, and it just kept looping. And yeah, just a lot of, you don't get to do anything. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this, untap this lands, play this, do this. Yeah. And you just kind of had to watch a Teferi, a Azorius plus person usually do whatever they want with their hands. And you're like, oh, that's cool. This one I find hilarious. So this card already existed, and it's just a normal bird. That's a bird wizard that sacrifices spirits to make red mana. It's a guest card, but it's literally just the same exact thing. Nothing changed on it. It's just the same bird. It's from a different angle. The tokens in the set have so much text on them. And then you have a rabbit that does nothing. Yeah, and we're down to our last 4 packs. Yeah, I'm excited to see that we got the Liliana.
We got
awesome.
one. You got
Yeah.
one, but oh my god,
Yeah.
like that's, you didn't get your value. I know if you had to buy, you did not get your value if you bought these at
Oh yeah.
retail.
Again,
There's no way you got you.
even as a person that works as like at a store like this, we still always recommend if you enjoy the set, like if you like whimsical like creatures, woodland creatures,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah. If it's your
this is
jam.
an amazing set, and of course, there's a lot of good cards I think in the set that people can have a lot of fun with. But you know, the added bonus should be that, like, yeah. I mean, I know the original, like, just that Lilion's pretty playable, especially like a mono black deck that lets you just fetch out your swamps and everything.
Dialogue Tutor, yeah. There's a lot of, there's like the dialogue, the 4 prints of Dialogue Tutor that do the same thing, but uncalled Dialogue Tutor.
Yeah. But then again, like, I know plenty of people that just keep cracking set boosters of Lost Cavern of Ixalan because they're still trying to get a mana crypt, even though it's a very low pull rate on it. But after I think I've seen 3 or 4 people do it, people are like, I could do it again. Well, this one's, this one actually has like some blood on it, because he actually has like a head wound. But apparently this thing would heal him. Seen this card before. Alright, so now these should be the rares. Well, the infamous Cruel Claw. This one's pretty cool.
It's like, it's like, we draw it every now and again.
Yep. Good part. Hopefully. Yeah, so hope we're back. But yeah, this card's a really fun card. If you haven't seen this card, it's pretty good. I think it's going to be very commander playable, especially in Rakdos. And we're back. Yeah, we got the infamous Cruel Claw. Then we got a Mouse Soldier with Offspring. Got that one earlier. A Recruit. It's another Offspring card. And the last card for no, got one more. Ooh. This one's pretty cool. I like it. This is a 2 mana, 1/3 Vigilance Prowess. Pretty good. Tap draw cards. It's card, so loot mechanic. Then you may 2 tap it, copy instant or sorcery control. You may choose a new target. Only activates 3 greater, but after you cast your second spell. This would go really well in like a Stella lead deck. Pretty fun. And last card is Kidnap. All right, now we're going down to the last 3 packs.
We're last 3 packs. We're rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. Honor. Bat. No, not bad. Some of the duo cards we've seen a lot of so far. This isn't bad. I like the art. It's almost like, gives you like, what was it? Starry Night. It kind of has like that very wispy, like.
The Van Gogh pairing. Yeah, Van
yeah.
Gogh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was awake in that history for class, I think. I think. California Public Schools.
You. So this is Yeah, you pretty much if it has the word elemental, it's like a big giant thing that's gonna be ravaging like the forest and everything. All right, of course. Okay, now we're gonna be to the rares. First one, Innkeeper talent. At the beginning of your combat, you trip at 1 counter on target creature control. Level 2 is permanency control with counters have ward 1. Not bad. Pretty good if you have like a modified deck. Good if I get it more in frame. Pay 4 to level 3 it. If you put 1 or more counters on a creature or permanent or player, pay twice as much. Okay, it's very doubling season-esque. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pyre Sweep
Oh,
Funk.
another. You said this is probably another board clear, right?
Yeah. Flying Haste, whenever attacks gets plus X for an turn where X is the greatest mana value amongst artifacts you control. Weird artifacts. When you expend 6 mana, gain control of up to 1 target artifact as long as you control it. Okay.
What was that red-green card where like if you had artifact non-equipment artifacts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I can see the synergy in that.
It's a turtle. Elemental turtle. That's shooting. Okay.
Is it of the teenage ninja variety?
Yeah. That, I won't be surprised. I mean, I know Team.
It's only a matter of time, dude. It's only a matter of time.
I know TMNT just had a crossover with Naruto, so 2 big ninja franchises coming together. As long as you control 10 or more lands, it gets +2/+2, becomes a 6/8. And then whenever this or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of your library. It's land you put into play.
Oh, damn, it has built-in ramp.
Yeah. Otherwise, put in your hand. That's cool. And also draw, too, so it's draw.
Oh, and if it's not, you can just keep it anyway. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it would be put it back on top of your deck, put it in the bottom or whatever.
Got this card earlier. This card's like kind of like an Underworld Breach, but just a little bit lacking. And we got the turtle, but foil this time.
I don't know. That card's kind of cool.
Yeah,
You call it land roulette, I guess, you know?
All right.
I mean, he'd be a good commander.
Fortune's on non-legendary creature.
Oh, no, he's not legendary.
All right.
Damn.
So, this is the second last pack, so...
Second to last.
I mean, again, I think we did pretty solid. We got some pretty good cards here and there, and then also with the raised full Liliana, it's pretty awesome too. Pound Profit, Pawn Profit. This card's really good. This one is actually, it's like Doomblade, who's a sorcerer seed, but it just destroys creatures, no restrictions. Also, the art's really pretty.
Usually it's non-black, non-artifact.
Yeah, non-effective. This is just a destroy target creature, which is going to have, it's really good for limited events where you can start seeing these, just having a removal, like a reasonable removal. And because this game, it's really notorious for if there's a very strong creature typing that's very persistent, they'll have a good kill spell in the set that's like destroy target. Let's say, for example, be like destroy target non-lizard, otter, merfolk. This, but it's if it is in those creature types, you can't destroy it. But more times than not, it's like a dead card in set, but out of set it has more playability. It's a swamp. And then these should be our rares.
So much bulk.
I know, Scavenging Talent. Whenever 1 more creatures you control dies, create a food token. This ability triggers something once per turn. Level 2, you get to, whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target opponent mills 2 cards. Not bad. And then it's level 3. It's the beginning of your end step. You may sacrifice 3 or more non-land permanents. If you do, return a creature from your graveyard back to the battlefield with a finality counter. Not bad. Second ability is probably better. It's a vehicle. Rolling Hamsphere. It's a whole bunch of hamsters together.
It's giant. It's a critter ball from Critters. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Tell me that, Trust. That's what it is.
Rolling Hamsphere gets +1/+1 for each creature or hamster you control. Whenever it attacks, create 3 red hamster tokens. And then it deals X damage to any target, where X is the number of hamsters you control. Okay, it's a 7 mana 4/4.
Is it a legendary?
No, it's just
Man, there's a commander for you. The hamster ball of death.
gives you some. What's that character in Overwatch?
Yeah, the hamster in the ball.
Yeah, so it's like that, but if the ball was made out of hamsters. Okay, that's cool. The elemental fish. Its power toughness is equal to the number of islands you control, and then whenever it attacks, put a flood counter on target land. The island, it's an island in addition to its other types, as long as it has a flood counter on it. And the first instant sorcery you cast costs 1 blue or colorless less for each land you control with a flood counter. It's not bad. You could probably do some. Yeah, this one looks cool. I mean, things that can make things mana value less, it's pretty good. So I'll say it's pretty solid.
Yeah, because ramp's kind of rare in this game, right? Like you can't putting down 2 lands a turn is really rare. Like
It's typically colors fixated, but usually even harder in Magic is to reduce a mana value of a card. So like you could reduce like the generic cost. Let's say something costs like 6 mana and it's like 4 black. You can reduce the 4 pretty well, but the black part of it, it's really hard to reduce. That card actually reduces the colored mana.
the colored mana, not the colorless.
So like as long as you control 1 flood counter, your ops are free, your considers are free. So at the point you could pretty much chain your whole deck off. And it's pretty good. Last one is this one. And for our last pack, again, thanks for Greg for having
luck.
us. Yeah, good luck. Scale shell. Okay, right here, more focused.
Will he win? Will he prevail? Will we get 2 raced foils
I was the same box
and
be crazy.
still be down $400 something dollars?
But this side, again, I'm enjoying the art. There's been a lot of cool things in here I've been really enjoying. And plus, there's so many cool, unique mechanics in the set that I can't wait to our limited event where we have, where both our Silda and Draft we're going to have, seeing all the cool engagement with all the cards and everything. But yeah, the set it's going to be very fun. Of course, it's a really good set to get like your friends into because it has enough like visual intrigue that people would definitely want to be like playing it. All right, so this could be the last rares we open today.
Here we go.
First one's going to be the Artisan class. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Not bad for 2 mana. Level 2, non-creature spells cost 1 less to cast. So for 5 mana, you can reduce costs. And the last level, for another 2 in a red, if a source you control will deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a player or permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much plus 2. So it's not bad. So I don't want to put that there. Evercoat. Okay. It's Elemental Bear. Has Hideaway. Okay. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if there is cards in exile, you may play this without paying mana cost. That's pretty cool. Usually Hideaway cards have some loops you have to do.
Hey, there you
Manifold
go.
Mouse. That's kind of cool. I like the
That's
art.
another David Pearson.
It's
Right.
Chuck Greaves. We got some other ones we pulled. At the beginning of your combat, target mouse control gains double strike or trample. Not bad. So 2 more cards. Oh, another ink eye. That's pretty cool. And then the last card from the set we have is going to be a lunar. That's cool. I can't make out what those are. They're like,
Let me see.
yeah.
It's a skunk. It's skunks.
Oh, the skunks. Okay.
There's skunks and bats. Yeah.
Oh, that's what this card does. So it's an enchantment, so 2 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 bat token. And you could pay 1 to black, pay 2 life, draw a card. It's not bad. It has a lot of open availability. But yeah, that was everything we got.
Dude, did that go in bad pile?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It goes in good pile. It goes in playable pile.
So we got that card's pretty.
Yeah. So go over some of the stuff you think is going to, because it's too early in the game to be like, this card's great. Give us some theories on some of the cards we pulled there you think are going to be good in Commander Standard. Tiny leaders, because tiny leaders is a big thing here.
Yeah, let's see. You guys pretty cool one. No, this card's pretty cool. Seasons are cool.
We did get a lot. You pulled. Yeah, I think you pulled okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, this says so early. It's really hard to tell what's going to be the big game-changing card.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot in this set. I think, like a lot of other previous sets, it just, whenever a card gets, I was going to show you what the other one looks like too. There's like so many different things that like, this one has so many different creature types that so many people could take it in so many different directions. But yeah, some notable cards. So first off, we got the new Ral. This one is pretty cool, especially the whole ways it puts its own counters on itself outside of activating a loyalty counter ability. It's got a borderless foil one. That's pretty solid. I think this one and its emblem could be a very fun card later. We got the three tree city. We got the spring version of it. It comes with multiple different seasons. This one's pretty cool, especially if you're trying to go like a kindred tribal deck. This one definitely has options, and you can be very explosive. So pretty cool. Got some of the new seasons cards. I think they're gonna be pretty fun. This one's pretty fun because it has very blue-ish that you could do a whole bunch of different things. You could either establish a board state or draw a whole bunch of cards. It's some of the new elemental things you got going on here. Just like it's this one, and this one. These three are going to be, they're pretty cool. They all kind of do really unique things, and they all have like this essential, like, the longer they stay on this field, the more problematic they become. So this one is makes a counter the tokens, and it makes things cheaper. And essentially, the longer it sticks around, the more counters you have on your lands. You start casting big spells for free. This one definitely you could play it for cheap. It has a heavy reducer on itself, and then of course with certain archetypes it gets really explosive. And the longer this sticks around, you keep putting counters on it, and opponents have to pay more and more each time it does anything. And this one is very much in the red color. It keeps X on cards. You can cast it, but if you don't use it and just keep it 11 XL, it starts doing more and more damage. So these things are cumulative, and they kind of get very overwhelming. These season cards, this is a borderless foil one. Looks pretty cool. This card, again, for like if you have a landfall deck, this card's amazing. This one I can see be very, very popular. I know there's some people already looking for this card. And then of course we have some reprints, like Bearded Glove, its favorite card to Fairy Time Raveler. Just kidding. And then we have cards like Ink Eye, which is just a fun card that if you like rats, this is really good, especially in the Jitsu. And of course, the big pale card. We have Liliana the Veil, but we also have it textured, raised foil. So this cool card's a lot of cool reprints. Of course, they have different arts for them too. This one will be a little bit more fancier than the other one. But yeah, this has been a really fun set to open. And I can't wait to see people actually playing it.
Do you think you made your value on whatever you opened?
I believe so.
You
Again,
think so? We said it's early. You still got to go out and fix some things.
Yeah, and of course, big thing if you're playing the standard format, cards will rotate from being standard playable to non-standard playable. And with this, there's a good chunk of it that are going to be rotating out with the release of the set. So it's going to be a big switch up in there. So cards are going to be going up in price just because the limitation of what you have for your playability at the time, which might drive prices up. And also this meta is going to be a very big shakeup because there's only so many cards that are staying. And a lot of the good staple cards that are getting played in standard are leaving. So people are going to be scouring for just like new things. And of course, looking at a new set with a whole bunch of new support in it, people are going to just naturally gravitate towards this format, these cards. Yeah.
You do this on the ground while focus.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so I think we did good. This pre-release is at local gaming stores this Saturday.
It's Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah.
For Friday Night Magic, right?
Yeah.
We're at the Sword and Board in California. If you're in Northern California, stop by. They're the biggest collection of comics and cards in the Mendocino area. It's safe to say, right?
Yes.
Yep. There you go. And thanks Cody for opening this stuff today.
Yeah.
And support your local gaming stores. And we'll be back hopefully soon with more Bloomburrow and Assassin's Creed. I mean, every single time I see you, I'm like, it's coming.
Yeah.
Any day now, it's coming. So hopefully, but we do Magic streams. Beard and Glove, whenever we get new product in, whenever the store gets new product in, obviously the earlier the better, so people can see the cards and start start to form strategies for their Friday night Commander or Modern decks, or even Pauper.
Yeah.
So thanks so much. I appreciate it, Cody, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, no problem.
You can hit stop streaming on there for me because you're a lot closer.
Yeah.